Running back Matt Corris paces with over 1,500 yards on the ground. The D2 state championship game is next. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2008 NSAA Football Championships. Today in the Class D2 title game, it's the Ewing Tigers and the Humphrey St. Flyers. Hi, everybody. Alongside Adrian Fiala, I'm Kevin Kugler. Welcome to Memorial Stadium and welcome to one of the best times of the year. 6 champions are crowned in the next 3 days, and we start with the D2 state championship game, and we start with a Ewing offense and a Ewing squad that seems like they're really ready and loaded to win a state championship.
Kevin, the Tigers today 11-1 coming into the ballgame. They've never won a state championship. They're looking for that first state championship with a balanced offense led by senior quarterback Brett Kotzer. He's a 3-year All-Stater. He's passed and he's run for over 1,000 yards each this year, and his team is averaging 48 points a game. It'll be a challenge for their offense today because Humphrey St. Francis's defense is giving up just 8 points per game. A challenge extraordinaire. Going to be a good game.
Well, we're happy to have with us another former Husker in the broadcast booth, making his debut, Brendan Stein. Brendan, it's great to see you, and Humphrey St. Francis might like to see you on the field because they do have a big challenge this week, and they've got to try to stop this Ewing team. They'll do it with a controlled running game.
Absolutely. Up front, they've got, that's the strength of their defense right now. They've got some big guys, and when you look at, Ewing, when they come into this, they haven't seen that type of size up front, so it's going to be interesting to see how they, kind of game plan and are going to attack that defense. And I think this is going to be a type of game where we're going to see a lot of points scored, and it's going to come down to right at the end because you've got two teams that both, have gone through the season, have played well-balanced football like Adrian was talking about, and in the end, it's going to come down to who can finish the ball, who can finish running the ball the best.
Larry Putney is with us as well. He'll be down on the field all day long, and this Ewing attack, Larry, is not just one Kotzer. There's a couple in there.
That's exactly right. As Adrian said, Brett's the leader out there, but there's a second cousin to Brett who's anything but a second option for this Ewing club, and that's Austin Kotzer. He has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year, set a couple of Class D2 playoff records in their win versus Loomis, including 4 touchdowns, so we'll certainly be looking for that Kotzer to Kotzer combination.
Well, it's been a combination that's hooked up 47 times this year. Austin Kotzer with over 1,000 yards receiving. In fact, of the 1,547 yards thrown this year by Brett Kotzer, 1,001 of those have gone to Austin Kotzer. So get used to seeing number 10 throw to number 11 for the Ewing Tigers. Let's take a look at where these two schools came from to get here. Ewing and Humphrey St. Francis, really not that big of a difference between those two on the map of the great state of Nebraska. The road to get to this state championship looked like this, as Humphrey St. Francis with wins over Lawrence Nelson and the win over Elgin. For Ewing, blowout win over St. Mary's, and then a good 4-quarter battle with Hayes Center to get to this state championship game. Two teams that have certainly been tested this year, although that Humphrey St. Francis Flyer defense, one of the big keys to this game. 3 shutouts this year. 8 times the Flyers have held their opponent to 8 points or less. A defensive team going against a very diverse offensive attack. Should be an interesting matchup there.
Kevin, one of the things that strikes you when you take a look at the record is, those defensive numbers are outstanding. We talked about an 8-point average, giving up an 8 points per game. But also, in the last 3 games in their playoffs, they've given up 14, 12, and 29. So in the playoffs, they've given up a little bit more, but they're still very, very tough. They're even better in the takeaway category. They forced 34 turnovers this year.
Well, let's go to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger. He has today's player introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to Memorial Stadium for the NSAA Class D2 State Championship game. Today's game features the Ewing High School Tigers versus the Flyers of Humphrey St. Francis High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the visiting team, the Ewing Tigers. Number 3, Philip Tramer. Number 8, Bo Fry. Number 10, Brett Kotzer. Number 11, Austin Kotzer. Number 13, Troy Tramer. Number 19, Dejan Tegeltia. Number 22, Alex Hyde. Number 24, Josiah Switzer. Number 30, Landon Harley. Number 31, Colin Phelps. Number 50, Dustin Fox. Number 66, Nick Rammel. Number 83, Mike Miller. Number 87, Zach Rammel. Number 88, Logan Shrunk. Number 89, Taylor Hobbs. Number 98, Chad Roker. The head coach for Ewing is Brock Eigelberger.
It's a Ewing team, Brendan Stye, that is extremely balanced, and that balance is one of the things that really concerned Humphrey St. Francis coming into this game.
Yeah, the balance, really what it does is it provides a little bit of the ability to keep those defenses guessing. And if you're well balanced like they are, it poses a great threat on offense.
It's an offense that averages 200 yards rushing per game, but they also can throw the football, 151 yards passing. A little bit of a breeze today, though, in Memorial Stadium. We'll see if that affects the passing game of either of these two schools. Obviously, Ewing, the team that's more likely to be affected as they're a much more prolific passing team. Let's go back to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger, to introduce you to Humphrey St. Francis.
And now, the starting lineup for the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. Number 8, Derek Clausen. Number 10, Trent Clausen. Number 11, Blake Wagner. Number 13, Matt Corus. Number 20, Kyle Christensen. Number 21, Austin Wagner. Number 25, Kenny Kuhar. Number 30, Sven Meising. Number 36, Jordan Krings. Number 37, Dylan Babel. Number 40, Britton Tassa. Number 42, Jamison Werner. Number 81, Nick Krings. Number 82, Ryan Hassenstadt. Number 83, Calvin Clausen. Number 86, Zach McPhillips. Number 89, Jared Heinen. Number 92, Jeff Brockhouse. Number 93, Dylan Clausen. Number 94, John Brockhouse. The head coach for St. Francis is Eric Kessler. And now let's welcome the rest of the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers to the field.
Eric Kessler, an alum of Humphrey St. Francis, bringing his alma mater to the state championship game for the first time since 1998. They were the runners-up in D1 in 1998. And here is Humphrey St. Francis with a chance to win their first D2 title since they won it all the way back in 1996. And you've got to imagine excitement anyway to come to a state championship game. But when it's your alma mater, a little bit more excitement there for a guy like Eric Kessler.
Makes it feel good, no doubt about it. In his 6th year, as you mentioned, Kevin, and really excited to be here. So this is going to be a heck of a football game. I'm really looking forward to it. A Flyers offense that just pounds it, lots of power, Brendan, and a defense that really is stingy and gets after the football.
Right. And Humphrey St. Francis, as far as the numbers on their team, they're 56 compared to Ewing's 38 or so, and you're looking at a Ewing school that they're basically playing 8 guys. And so if I was Coach Kessler with the Flyers, I would definitely look at that to try and wear them down.
It is the D2 state championship, and we now send it back to Doc Weininger to introduce you to our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem today will be the Utan High School National Anthem Singers, directed by Mrs. Michaela Bobick.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Terrific job by the Utan High School Singers, and now it's time for championship football from Memorial Stadium. The D2 state championship game is next. The 2008 NSAA Football Championships are being carried live over the internet, so if you have friends or family who don't have access to NET, have them log on to netnebraska.org and click the live webcast tab to enjoy the football championships right on their computer. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. It is a chilly day at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, and a windy day as well. As you can see, those as the wind is blowing 36 miles an hour, rather 25 miles an hour, 36-degree day. Wind chill is 24. It is cloudy. We head downstairs for more on what's happening before this D2 kickoff. Here's Larry Putney.
Well, that is a swirling wind, and also, Kevin, I saw some snowflakes heading down here as well. I was in the locker room with Ewing before the game. Coach Brock Eichelberger said to his players, hey, this is Memorial Stadium. I have no doubt, guys, you're going to go out and play with all the beans you got. So, I don't know. Adrian, can you explain that?
Yeah, Larry, I can't, except this is a family program, and we just cannot get into those kind of topics. But play with everything you got. Leave it all on the field. That's what they're looking to do, and we'll see if it all happens here. This should be an exciting game. 8-man football is always exciting. This one might be particularly exciting today.
Getting ready to kick it off is Philip Tramer, and the ball blows off the tee. There's that wind already back deep for Humphrey St. Francis, Austin Wegner, and Matt Corris. As Humphrey St. Francis will start with the football in this D2 state championship, assuming we can get it kicked off. Wind again will be a factor today, and we'll see how that factors into the passing game of Ewing. Humphrey St. Francis only throws it for 77 yards a game.
That would be the impact for sure, Kevin, as we get underway.
It's Wegner in the end zone, then the touchback And Humphrey St. Francis at 12-0 on the season will send this offense out to start things off in this D2 state championship game. Your backs and receivers, Derek Clausen, the quarterback, Matt Corris, and Jamison Werner. Behind him in the backfield, the offensive line and the ends, Austin Wegner along with Trent Clausen, Jeff Brockhouse, Dylan Clausen, the center, and Nick Krings is on the right side of that offensive line. They'll start in the I with Matt Corris, the tailback, leading rusher on the year with over 1,500 yards. And Corris gets the carry over the right side and runs into a brick wall. Corris gets a couple out to the 17-yard line. Defensively for this Ewing Tiger squad at 11-1 on the year, their starters look like this. It'll be Dustin Fox, Logan Shrunk, and Chad Roker along that defensive line. Tramer, Fry, Kotzer, and Kotzer along with Switzer in the backfield. And on second down, the ball out to the 21-yard line, a 4-yard pickup on the carry. That's the fullback, Jamison Werner, and it'll be 3rd down and 4 now for Humphrey St. Francis.
First two plays by Humphrey St. Francis run consecutively. No huddle between play number 1, play number 2. Now play number 3, they are huddling up and making the call. I thought maybe we were seeing a D2 spread offense here for all of a sudden.
3rd down and 4. The fake, and Clausen will keep. Clausen trying to get to the outside. He's not going to go anywhere. Turned back in by Dustin Fox. And a 3-and-out here for Humphrey St. Francis to start this D2 championship.
Yeah, good defense by Ewing. They're trying to contain him, keep him on the inside there. Humphrey's St. Francis tried to run that sprint out there and got shut down.
And so time to punt it away, and a good start for the Ewing defense as Josiah Switzer heads back awaiting the punt from Jared Heinen. Punting with the wind, Heinen sends it toward the sideline. Up on it quickly is Switzer, and Switzer with a decent return caught it on the run, and starting at the 31-yard line of Humphrey St. Francis, the Ewing Tigers. Good field position to start this ball game as we look at the offense for the Ewing Tigers under 7th-year head coach Brock Eichelberger, an offense that averages almost 49 points a game. Brett Kotzer, Philip Tramer, and Bo Fry in the backfield. Along that line, it'll be Josiah Switzer along with Austin Kotzer, Logan Shrunk, Dustin Fox, and Chad Roker up front, clearing the way.
Some big guys up front for him.
Toss play to Bo Fry. Fry to the outside, and Fry inside the 20, down near the 18-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for Bo Fry.
Excellent block on the edge that time. Philip Drammer. Watch number 3, left side of your screen. Good block right there. I guess we're not going to see number 3 make that block, but he got to the edge and made that block. The junior running back.
Big Chad Roker at the right guard position there, dominated.
A 1st down at the 16-yard line and a flag thrown. Greg Rump, our referee, will give us the call here as an offside goes against Humphrey St. Francis. So not the way the Flyers wanted to start as we look at our officials. Greg Rump, the lead referee, Dean Lux, Bradley Anderson, Brian Eaton, Blaine Rump, and Rick Stromer, your officials today. A Fremont heavy crew for this D2 state championship.
Yeah, Coach Eichelberger, he's got to be smart as far as utilizing his strengths up front and going to the right there, and some play action fake here, going off to the left, but off the right side there, you've got a guy, Chad Roker, who's 6'3", 250 pounds for 8-man football, and that is big, and you got to utilize that strength.
Here's the defensive starters for Humphrey St. Francis, a team that's backed up right now. Brockhouse, Clausen, and Krings along that defensive line. It'll be Trent Clausen along with Austin Wegner, Matt Corris, Derek Clausen, and Jamison Werner. Your backs and linebackers. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Ewing, after the 3-and-out defensively, knocking on the door here very early in this D2 state championship. The keep for Kotzer, and he's into the end zone easily for the touchdown. His 25th rushing touchdown for the year. Brett Kotzer gives Ewing the lead.
Good field generalship shown by Kotzer that time. They ran a little motion with Tramer from left to right out of that I-back spot, and that kind of took the eye of the defense to the left, and then Kotzer just able to sneak right behind Dustin Fox. Fox playing well on defense and also on offense.
Yeah, good recognition of the defense that they're running as far as spreading them out a little bit and just recognizing getting the quarterback in there for an easy touchdown.
Jamison Werner comes flying through and blocks the extra point. from Philip Tramer. So a big boost there for Humphrey St. Francis after the touchdown for Ewing, and we look at the run again from Kotzer.
Just excellent work by Schrunk and Fox, and also Roker up front there. And it really gave Kotzer, a guy who has run for over 1,000. He's rushed for 1,547 yards and thrown for over 1,000 this year also. Let's go down to Larry Putney.
Thanks, Adrian. This is exactly what Coach Eichelberger talked about in the pregame locker room. He said in their last 3 playoff wins, they've won the toss, decided to play defense and take the win, and all 3 times it paid off early for easy scoring opportunities. It happened again in the state championship.
Boy, very, very good strategy, as it turns out.
And
not strategy paying dividends early.
Not only that, Kevin, they got the ball in great field position, too, all the way down to the St. Francis 31-yard line. So, again, good move and a good result.
Well, and credit Switzer, who came up aggressively on that punt and returned it aggressively for Ewing to give them that good field position on the sinking line drive kick. So an early lead for Ewing on their first possession of the ball game, ready to kick it off again.
Yeah, and early on we're seeing a good presence up front on both sides of the ball for Ewing, defensively and offense, stopping the run of the Flyers, and then go ahead and opening those lanes for Ewing to go ahead and score.
Wegner and Chorus back deep, short kick. Wegner comes up on it at the 8-yard line, trying to move it to the middle of the field. Austin Wegner at the 17-yard line. A flag comes in. May have gotten a face mask in there and stacked up at the 17, maybe for more. Humphrey St. Francis.
First guy down the field, quarterback Brett Kotzer on the kicking team, trying to make that tackle. I mean, this kid can do it all. He can play quarterback, he can run the football, he can make tackles, he can do it just about anything he wants. He actually is one of the top tacklers on the football team with 161 tackles on the year.
And that's apropos for 8-man football. You get one guy who's really good on the team, and you have to be able to utilize your skills across the board, and that is exactly what Kotzer's provided.
So a little bit of adversity early for the undefeated Flyers of Humphrey St. Francis as they trail 6-0 in this first quarter. Ready to go to work on their second offensive possession after the penalty from the 22-yard line. Fumble on the play, and who's got it underneath? Ewing diving on it, and they've got it. The Ewing Tigers, Austin Kotzer. The pitch never got into the hands of Matt Chorus, bobbled and recovered by Ewing.
It's a cold day down there. They ran a full house set that time, a cold day. Everybody bunched up, and there you see the ball way out in front. It looked like it hit him, hit his chest, bounced right out, and away you go. So Ewing now a golden opportunity.
From the 24-yard line with the 6-0 lead. And Brett Kotzer leads his offense back out on the field. Fry and Tramer behind him. Motion from Tramer. And the give to Fry, and he picks up a couple to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, good penetration there by the Flyers up front.
Fry had 129 yards and 3 touchdowns in the semifinal win over Hayes Center. The second leading rusher behind the quarterback Brett Kotzer. Fry with 160-plus carries on the year now and well over 1,000 yards. Little screen pass to Austin Kotzer out in space. Close to the first down, steps out about a half-yard shy just across the 15-yard line of Humphrey St. Francis, and Ewing driving again here after the turnover.
We heard about Kotzer's ability to check off at the line of scrimmage, call the audible. On that last set, Jamison Warner, the left corner, really way off the line of scrimmage. That was almost automatic, and absolutely, to complete it and pick up yardage, get up there close to that first down.
3rd and short, and on the sneak, Brett Kotzer gets the first down for Ewing. And we chatted earlier in the day with Brock Eichelberger, the head coach of Ewing, and asked him, tell us a little bit more about Brett Kotzer.
It's an amazing kid. He really, I tell you what, there's a lot of times we've really put the audibles into his hands this year, and it's his 3rd year starting. And he called some great audibles last game against Hayes Center that resulted in touchdowns. And this season, he's just been a great team leader, vocal on the field. And, he's got 1,600 yards passing, I think another 1,100 yards rushing, 49 touchdowns or something like that, 48. So it's just it's Xbox type stats from him. He's just an amazing kid in the classroom, too.
Bo Fry there with the carry to the 6-yard line. A tough catch on the pitch. It kind of stuck on his hip a little bit as he tried to secure it going around the corner.
Yeah, those running backs get that ball close, Kevin. They're going to grab onto it. They don't get that much in the way of opportunity. So, you know, it was great to hear about Kotzer, his ability on the field, but also his ability off the field. Great student, great leader. You like to hear those kind of things. Just a very well-rounded individual.
Great role model.
You bet.
2nd down and 4 from the 6-yard line, already leading 6-0. Tramer goes in motion again. On the keep, Kotzer. The pass is tipped and incomplete. Good pressure from Nick Krings, who threw that play off the minute they started optioning to the right side, and a good job by Kotzer just to get rid of that ball and take the incomplete.
Wanted to get it down there to Tramer. He was wide open in the end zone, but Jamison Warner, again, a young man that leads his team in interceptions, knocks the ball down right here, number 42. Great job by that youngster.
I'm not so sure if he doesn't block that. That might be 6.
It is, no doubt. If the ball gets there and he catches it, it indeed is.
Well, we had snow earlier. Now the sun is out in Lincoln on 3rd down and 4 from the 6-yard line. The toss play to Fry, trying to pick his way to the left side, and there's not much running room, and he's stacked up well short. Has a good job done by the Flyer defense, leading the charge. Trent Clausen in there. The linebacker also in there, Austin Wegner.
Phil Tramer is their field goal kicker. Will they go for it? Or, well, they're looking at a play right now. But Tramer is their kicker. 2 for 3 on the year. 33 is best. But they are going to go ahead and try to put it in the end zone. Why not?
Yeah, these guys up front in 8-man football, there's a lot of gap, man gap responsibility up front. And they're doing a good job right now, the Flyers are.
There's Kotzer on the roll on 4th down. Under pressure, throws, and it is a touchdown.
Wow.
Austin Kotzer in the back of the end zone. How did Brett Kotzer get rid of that ball with Nick Krings right on top of it?
No idea, Kevin. No idea other than presence of mind and staying poised in the process. And he certainly did do that. It looked like he was definitely going to go out of bounds, but hey, he saw his cousin in the end zone, said, hey, Kotzer, here it comes.
That's right. Had great trust that he'd be there.
It's the 18th touchdown catch of the year for Austin Kotzer, and the 24th thrown by Brett Kotzer.
You know what you got to like about Brett Kotzer is the 24 TD passes, but just 2 interceptions on the year.
Well, this Ewing team couldn't have had a better start to this ball game as they get the turnover, take advantage of the short field, punch it in on 4th down after their opening drive, another short field. March that one in for 6. So a very good start for Ewing and some adversity for Humphrey St. Francis, a team that hasn't faced much adversity and has already given up more points in this first quarter than they give up per game on average.
Yeah, and Humphrey St. Francis actually faced Elgin in the playoffs, and right now, as you look at the schedule, the Tigers' only loss during the regular season was to Elgin. And having the ability to look at that kind of game and coming into this one, you'd think the Flyers would have the upper hand as far as knowledge in their opponent. But Ewing has come out and striked quick.
The 2-point conversion is good, making it 14-0 as we watch the touchdown pass again.
Now you can see Kotzer going, looking, nobody around, and all of a sudden you're thinking he's going out of bounds, but just tell you what, he was up in the air, and one more step and he's out. But man, he found Austin in the end zone.
Kotzer to Kotzer.
And you know what? When you got a receiver that's 6'4" and 205 pounds, that makes it awfully nice.
Throw it up and he'll catch it, right?
Last year's Class D2 title game had Chambers taking on Elgin after falling behind by 10 in the 3rd quarter. Chambers rallied back, earning a 28-24 victory. Let's take a look back at the 2007 Class D2 championship. Today in the Class D2 title game, it's the Chambers Coyotes and the Elgin Eagles. 3rd and 6 from the 9. Out of the shotgun, Cameron to throw. Throws it to the back corner of the end zone, and it's a touchdown to Tyson Owen. 2nd and goal. Bauer into the end zone for the touchdown. Andrew Bauer takes it in for 6, and Elgin out in front. Give this time to the tailback, looking for running room. He's going to take it all the way in. Franson gives Chambers the lead. 4th down. Bauer flushed to the short side, throws into traffic, and it is going to be incomplete. And your state champions in Class D2, the Chambers Coyotes. A great game last year between Chambers and Elgin. Humphrey St. Francis hoping for a similar comeback in this ball game, down 14. Just over 4 minutes elapsed in this first quarter. Not the way the Flyers wanted to start this ball game.
Have a point on that after the kickoff here, Kevin.
Coming towards Chorus and Wegner, and that booming kickoff will go over their heads through the end zone, and the touchback. Flyers will start trailing 14-0.
Well, coming into the game, Eric Kessler, the head coach of Humphrey St. Francis, said he was very concerned about the great balance and the skill of Ewing, and we have seen that, and his scary thoughts have been justified so far. But it's Halloween's over. It's time to get back and play some ball.
On first down, looking for running room, Chorus, and a good gain out to the 19-yard line, a 4-yard pickup for the running back, the junior Matt Chorus.
Yeah, right now, if you look at Ewing's defense, what they're running is a 4-2-2. Normally, you'll see an 8-man football as a 3-3-2, and what it does is it puts the onus on those guys in the middle, those linebackers, to make sure that nothing comes up the middle, and you can actually pressure the guys from the outside.
2nd and 6. Again, Chorus, but flags are down. And Humphrey St. Francis going to back up a few yards here after the false start. Not what the Flyers or head coach Eric Kessler wanted to see here. It's not gone at all according to plan to start off this D2 state championship game for the Flyers. But the good news for Humphrey St. Francis, there's a lot of time left. 7:20 remaining in this first quarter.
Always remember, youngsters out there listening in, watching in, that the other team scores a time or two. Still a lot of time to play. Whole 3 quarters left to go, so don't panic and stay up.
You know it's windy when the White Hat's blowing off the head of our referee Greg Rump, had to chase it across the field there. Fumble bobbled anyway by Matt Chorus, having a hard time hanging on, but somehow as he was moving forward, able to keep that ball under control, and Chorus pulls it in, 3rd down and 6. And earlier we chatted with Eric Kessler and talked with him about his quarterback, Derek Clausen.
Derek, this is his first year as starting quarterback. He's really done a nice job for us this year. Just a silent leader and just a calming influence in the huddle and things like that. I think he has 19 touchdowns, only 1 interception, so he's really done a good job of making good decisions this year. So just really proud with how he's responded his senior year.
Throw. He's got a man breaking open. It's Austin Wegner behind the defense. Wegner, can he keep it in play? He can. What a catch by Wegner along the sideline, and a huge play for the Flyers.
Yeah, great play action fake, open man downfield. A great job by the receiver to keep it inbounds there, Adrian.
Watch Clausen right here. Exactly, Brendan. He's going to go right, sprint right. He had 3 receivers, 2 short, 1 deep. And there you see just over the outstretched arm of Austin Kotzler, and that's a big outstretched arm as the play is complete.
If you notice, he kept his knees up before he went out of bounds. That's what really was the catch.
On first down, Chorus breaking into the secondary, and another first down for the Flyers to the 16 of Ewing. A 12-yard gain for Chorus. And maybe that big pass play jump starts this Flyer offense.
It has a tendency to do that. You're going to see Chorus come right up over the right side. Clausen and Krings on the block, and then he just heads upfield. But Kevin, you're absolutely right. A long pass play like that can spark an offense, and you saw that spark right there. Excellent run by Chorus.
Yeah, Coach Kessler really is the one thing that he says about Chorus is his ability to just keep running forward, and you see that.
First down and 10 from the 16. Not much running room for Chorus there. Chad Roker made sure of that. He could have taken the handoff from Clausen. He was so deep in the backfield.
Once again, Chad Roker being a huge cog in the middle there for Ewing.
250 pounds.
That's a big kid. I graduated high school at 240.
Oh, boy. Watch this right here. 250 right into your mutt. Wow. Good hit. 240?
240. Yep, I was actually recruited as a tight end from Coach Osborne to come here.
You see your hand.
Chorus again and Roker again right on his back to drag him down.
Your hands look like mine.
Yeah.
All right, back to the game.
3rd down and 7. Flyers, boy, they could sure use a score here, down 14-0. Big play.
Trying to make it work here, Kevin. It started out at the 19-yard line and behind the 8 ball, 14-0, so to speak. And They're trying to get it upfield and get in the zone.
Yeah, Ewing's made a great adjustment, too. They've gone back to the 3-3-2.
Chorus again, trying to find that first down yardage, and he's going to end up 1.5 yards short of the first down inside the 10-yard line. And now Eric Kessler has not done much kicking this year, not much of a decision in 8-man football. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, it's pretty, as far as St. Francis goes, pretty routine in terms of kicking the ball. They really don't do a whole lot, if any, of that. They're going to go ahead and try to pick up, what do we got, 3 yards?
4th down and 3. It's a short 3. The ball's inside the 9 and need to get it just over the 7-yard line. And they'll go with the fullback, Jamison Werner. Second effort, still not going to get there.
Great job up front. You've got a 4-2 defense actually playing like an underlook. Those two guys in the middle playing right off the center, and the linebackers filling the hole.
See it right here. The 2 Ewing defenders heads up on the center, and they just stacked it up. And look who's underneath that pile. Brett Kotzer. Quarterback is underneath. He plays linebacker. He's underneath, but ball goes over.
And Bo Fry did a great job of fighting off the block inside from Austin Wegner and really pushing that entire play back. So another big break and another big series for Ewing's defensive squad as they come back out on offense on first down. Here's Austin Kotzer on the outside, and Kotzer picks up 8 on first down. Ewing with a 14-0 lead. Still in the first quarter of this D2 championship.
A lot going on this play right here. You see all of the motion, and then trying to get out here with this little, not quite a bubble screen, but very close to it, but a little bit of a screen pass out there. Well, the blockers trying to get over there a little bit late, but they pick up good yardage on the play. It gives them a short second down.
Yeah, Ewing's doing a great job in establishing their presence with Kotzer to Kotzer. Just watch as the game goes on. They're setting up for a big play to somebody else.
And not much running room up the middle for Bo Fry. We chatted with Brock Eichelberger ahead of the game, and this team has a lot of different strengths. He outlined a few of them for us.
Chemistry's pretty good. All the kids get along off the field. Do a lot of things on the weekends together. So I think they really fight for one another that are next to them. I think the unselfishness is something, as we can see offensively, we're just about as balanced as you can be, run and pass, and kids getting along is the main thing. They play with a lot of heart, and I think that's the main key to our success this year.
Aid, you and I have done these a long time and had the chance to see a lot of teams come through in all these classes, and it's rare that you see a team that's really as balanced successfully as Ewing has been offensively.
Especially at this class, too. It's pretty incredible, but I tell you what, it points up the value of this teamwork. You've got a good team with good teamwork, you're going to be successful.
Go into the gun here on first down from the 18-yard line. Kotzer will keep trying to get to the edge. He does get to the edge. Kotzer still on his feet, and he's close to and has another Ewing first down. Boy, that's a terrific run from the leading rusher for this Tiger squad, their quarterback, Brett Kotzer.
Great run, and what's happening here is you're getting guys blocking downfield, and that's really setting up those extra yards.
Going to go to the left side over here. Shrunks over there. Dustin Fox makes a good block, and then he just starts running out of tackles. I think 3 people had a shot. If you're going to tackle this young man, you better tackle him well. He's strong, 5'11" and 190, but very strong.
First down from the 29-yard line. Play fake. Kotzer looking deep for Austin Kotzer. He's got it at the 20. He's inside the 10, and he's going for the touchdown.
Wow. Once again, you get the play action fake, Kotzer to Kotzer.
Well, that's exactly why that play sold, Brendan, is the play action fake. I was really had to look twice. I thought the running back kind of took onto the football, but Brett Kotzer pulls it out of there and fires a long pass downfield to that guy right there, his cousin, Austin Kotzer. Again, 6'4", 205, and he can run very well.
It's like playing football in the backyard for those two cousins so far today.
I'm sure they've done a lot of that, too.
Oh, yeah. They're on the same wavelength.
With no rules. With no rules.
Well, it's going to be important now for Kessler to make some adjustments defensively in trying to shut down this Kotzer to Kotzer connection, because they have not stopped it yet.
Extra point is good from Philip Tramer, and it's 21-0 Ewing. And watch this touchdown again. What a fake by Brett Kotzer.
Beautiful fake, and then on the money right there. Great job by Austin Kotzer. He didn't extend those arms. The ball was there, so it doesn't throw him off in terms of his balance. Although he had a little bit of a problem on balance after he caught it. But as far as getting to that point, didn't throw his balance off. And there you see Brett Kotzer, the quarterback.
Well, join us next Tuesday for the next Big Red Wrap-Up. We'll preview the Colorado game and replay our interview with the 2001 Heisman Trophy winner Eric Crouch. Then on Tuesday, December 2nd, we'll break down the Buffs-Husker game with all the highlights and reaction. We'll get all the latest recruiting news from Sean Callahan. Be with us for Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesdays at 7 Central on NET1 and NET HD. Nebraska's home for sports.
Buffalo's coming into town.
Yes, sir. Put a pair of roller skates on that Ralphie and let him roll. Roll right on the stadium.
It'll be a good one.
Looking forward to it.
I like your idea. Roller skates on a Buffalo. It's a nice little sidelight for that game. Barnum and Bailey. Wegner from the 6. Humphrey St. Francis could use a big return. Wegner getting piled up across the 20 near the 24-yard line. And now the Flyers with work to do. Down 3 touchdowns. They had it going on their last drive, but bogged down inside the 10. They need some points on the board.
Don't you think, Brendan, that they got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here. They need to score. After missing that opportunity last time, they really need to get one as they go into the second quarter.
Yeah, critical point in the game for the Flyers here. If they don't get a touchdown.
Austin Wegner lining up at fullback. The give is to Matt Korus. Korus breaking free and upended in the open field by Josiah Switzer at the 29-yard line.
And once again, Matt Korus showing his ability to just keep moving forward as a running back and shows his grittiness as a running back there as well.
I'm winding down in this first quarter, already a 21-0 lead for Ewing. Flyers with a 2nd and 4 from their 29. Derek Clausen on the toss play to Korus. Korus with a first down out near the 34-yard line. Eric Kessler's squad trying to bounce back, and he talked with us earlier about some of the strengths that this team has.
Work ethic, to be honest. I mean, we had a great summer in the weight room, and I think that's where this whole season kind of built. It's just our work ethic and attitude, team first type attitude. I have, had no headaches all year. Just people, going and being focused on one goal. So just, that would be the thing that I would remember about this team.
Well, and he's hoping that character includes resilience and the ability to bounce back, because that's what they're going to need to do now as they bring out the chains to confirm that it is indeed a first down.
One thing that's tough, as the first down is indicated, one thing that's tough is for a running team to come back. I mean, a running offense is not a good catch-up offense. And again, Kevin, as you said earlier, they have passed for just an average of 76 yards per game this year. Run it very well, but again, if they're going to catch up, they need to make a move. That's why I made that comment earlier. Big series right here as they go into the second, move in the second quarter.
First down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Korus again looking for running room, bounces off a man in the backfield and gets positive yardage. Brett Kotzer came into that backfield, almost threw him for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, he's all over the place. That's what you expect from an athlete like that.
Mr. Tiger.
Humphrey St. Francis, we told you about the prowess of their defense. 21 points allowed in this first quarter. Their high came last week, allowing 29 in the game to Elgin. So already Ewing has scored more points in the first quarter than Humphrey St. Francis has given up in any game but one this year. Clausen, nice run to the outside, and Clausen very close to another Flyer first down.
Has good ability to fake the run and keep it himself off the left side there. Clausen has a lot of talent himself. We're talking about Kotzer as well. I mean, here's a kid, Kessler's kind of described as a silent leader, and leads by example, and definitely shows it on that play.
Play there looking just at strictly a run all the way. It's a bootleg play, but run all the way, and gets pretty good yardage on the play. Got a short third down here.
Inches to go for the first. Clausen. Wegner bounces off a man in the backfield. If he gets the first down, it's not going to be by much. Bo Fry was right there to pound Austin Wegner as he took that football.
The line judge is going to give him forward progress, and boy, it is close.
Very close. Yeah, Bo Fry was left unblocked on that. Easy pickings from a defensive player.
Not what you want to do, Brendan, for a guy who has over 100 tackles on the year. That's a guy you want to get a hat on.
Yeah, especially at the point of attack. You got to make sure you're isolating that guy and creating an opportunity for you to get the first down.
They're not even going to bring the
No,
chains
they're not.
in.
Gonna go
It is fourth down from the 37-yard line, right in the middle of the field, and they're just going to wind this clock. 20 seconds to go, but the play clock indicates they're going to have to snap the football at least one more time unless they're willing to take the delay of game.
I would think so. Take the delay of game, let it run out, and then have the wind at your back on the kick. Probably what they're thinking about right now.
Well, now they're just going to let it run out. So the play clock reset. There is no delay of game, and they will just take the wind at their back to start this second quarter. A first quarter dominated by Ewing in this D2 state championship game. After one, Ewing 21, Humphrey St. Francis nothing. NET Sports coverage of the 2008 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nesoybeans.unl.edu. By the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And by Nebraska Federation of Catholic School Parents, promoting educational choice through identity, unity, collaboration, and empowerment. We start this second quarter of play. Ewing with a 21-0 lead as we start this second quarter. Lining up under center for Humphrey St. Francis is Trent Clausen. Trent Clausen under center, and he gives it to Chorus on fourth down and a yard, and I don't think he got it.
It's going to be close.
It will depend on the spot and where they're putting it. Boy, it looks just a shade short. They're going to bring the chains into measure.
If it is simply by one pebble grain on the football. It's that close. It's a spot. It appears from our naked eyesight that it is short.
They will bring in the chains. A huge measurement for Humphrey St. Francis.
You know, guys, growing up and
it's short.
Yeah, it is. Yep. That's tough.
Really tough.
You had to score there. Hold them on defense now.
And Ewing is going to have another short field to work with here with good field position at the 37-yard line. So another good job done by that Ewing defense, and here comes the Ewing offense again with a 21-0 lead. And Brett Kotzer into the shotgun to start things off for Ewing.
St. Francis right now loading up the front, just one single secondary man, loading up that box, so to speak.
Ewing in a strong right formation.
There's Fry, a flag down. Fry down as well across the midfield stripe, but this one looks like it's coming back. And it's a hold against Ewing. And let's check down once again with Larry Putney. Larry?
Humphrey St. Francis coach Eric Kessler in his sixth season is used to these semifinal tough tests. You know, when he was at St. Francis, he was a member of the Flyers until 1994 when he graduated. 3 times his teams lost in the semis when he was in high school. All of those to Superpower back at the day, Falls City Sacred Heart, which won 6 straight state championships from 89 through 94.
So after the penalty, back to the 26-yard line where it's first down and 21. Kotzer on the keep. And a good open field tackle made by Trent Clausen at the 31-yard line, a 5-yard pickup.
He can make some guys miss. I mean, he's got the ability to carry that ball pretty much every time. I mean, he's got great vision. Just you know, he's one of those quarterbacks that you've got to keep a guy on him every single down.
Second down and 16. Ewing with the 21-0 lead here in this second quarter. Tramer motioning out of the backfield. Kotzer almost tipped it and into the hands of Josiah Switzer, and he'll lose yardage. Boy, well defended again by Humphrey St. Francis. They were all over that screen set up to Switzer.
I thought Matt Chorus was going to pick one off. He's picked off 4 thus far. We'll see it right here. Thought he had this thing diagnosed just like Oklahoma had Nebraska diagnosed on their first play. That was simply a quick toss. This is a throwback, but watch right there. That's Chorus coming over, and he just about had it.
So a 3rd and 20 for Ewing back at their 27-yard line. They look like they're going to take a timeout as Kotzer's walking over towards the sideline. Wants to talk something over, and there is the timeout taken by the Ewing Tigers. Well, it's time now for our NSAA Championship Trivia. Be the first person to email us, sports@netnebraska.org, with the correct answer, and you'll win an NET Sports Athletic Gray T-shirt, size extra large, and a Big Red Wrap-Up logo cap. Our trivia question, Brendan Stye does not get to answer this because he knows all these already. Which player holds the Class D2 record for most touchdown passes in a single game playoff game? The first correct email to sports@netnebraska.org will win the NET Sports T-shirt and Big Red Wrap-Up logo cap. And remember, only one winner per household during the 2008 championships.
Kevin, you know, former tight ends know all those kind of things.
Yeah. Oh, boy. You know, just thinking about some of the great players to play in the state of Nebraska, some of the guys coming through 8-man football, Joel Makovic, Terry Keneally, Dean Steinkooler. It's a great tradition, you know, especially the small town tradition.
Well, you love to see it happen. A lot of those guys are walk-on players. They end up being All-Americans or All-Conference players. Just absolutely great stuff.
On third down, Kotzer looking for running room. Now he throws. Tramer to the middle of the field. I'll tell you what, Kotzer's a magician out there, but they will end up short on this one.
He can dance and he can throw. Watch this here. Dancing with the Stars, Kotzer will be with you next week as he manages to dance and stay behind the line of scrimmage and make the throw and get it up. It's still 4th and long, but man, what an effort by Kotzer.
Yeah, he puts him in a position now to really push him back, and the Flyers are going to have a hard time bringing this one out if he can get this coffin cornered.
Tell you what, though, the Flyers got exactly what they needed out of their defense, and that wind's going to hold that punt up. Takes a little bit of a roll for Ewing down near the 20-yard line. But the Flyers got what they needed out of their defense. They got that stop, and now we'll see if the offense can get going for Humphrey St. Francis. NET is your ticket to exciting sports action right in your living room. Help us deliver inspiring sports programming by joining the NET Sports Partners Club. Your contribution helps to ensure that your favorite sports programs continue for years to come, and you'll receive some great thank you gifts with NET's appreciation for your support. Log on to netnebraska.org/sportspartners and become a member today.
Encourage everybody to do that. Been involved with that for the last year, and Kevin and Brendan, hope everybody will join up. It's a great club. Offer you some good insight, so join up.
So now the Flyers take over from their 20, down 21 points here in this second quarter. Clausen on the roll, has a man open, and the catch along the sidelines for Trent Clausen, and he goes out of bounds near the 38-yard line. A first down for Humphrey St. Francis.
Yeah, good throw by Clausen there. They've got the wind at their back. Obviously going to try to utilize that passing game. They got to get a quick score.
Here it is again. Good play action as Clausen going to haul it in and just gets that foot down. Actually needs to get both feet in bounds. He did. And wonderful effort. Derek Clausen on the throw and then on the catch.
First down and 10, toss play, Chorus. And Chorus upended in the backfield by Brett Kotzer.
Yeah, what great penetration. Just when you have that kind of penetration, I don't care if it's 8-man football, 11-man football, it is going to destroy any sort of offensive play.
Well, it helps to be a sure tackler like Brett Kotzer is. Look at that.
It's what we would call a form tackle. Head up, wrap up, drive.
Stepping all the way through the tackle.
Yep. You don't get any yards after contact, and that's something that Chorus has really been good at doing this year.
2nd and 11. Chorus with a hole, and it closes quickly at midfield. That looked like a big hole early, and then Kotzer right there to shut the door again for Ewing after the 4-yard gain.
The Chorus-Kotzer battle right here, guys.
Tough run by Chorus. Lowers his shoulder, tries to lay the boom on Kotzer. Kotzer comes up low. Actually, another great form tackle by Kotzer.
It's been one-on-one right in the middle of the field.
You can knock a guy like Chorus down right away. That's a great accomplishment, and Kotzer has been able to do that.
Big 3rd and 7 here for the Flyers. Clausen. And it's incomplete. Wanted Austin Wegner. Threw it a little wide, and now it's 4th down.
Well, Ewing on defense continues to show a lot of diversity. They've gone with a 3-man front. They'll run a 4-man front with the tackles and the ends out wide, the backers in the middle. They'll run a 4-man front with everybody spread out, the backers in the wide gaps. They're just showing St. Francis a lot of different looks on defense today.
You know, and they're doing it with 8 guys. Essentially, I mean, you talk about 8-man football, and most guys are going both ways for Ewing.
They're literally 8-man football. 8 men playing. Heinen, low punt, bounces at the 20 and heads for the sideline. That's one way to limit the return. It's inside the 15. Ewing will start 1st down and 10, but the story of the day has been this Ewing team, both on offense and defense. So far, Humphrey St. Francis with 107 yards total offense on 22 plays. They're averaging just 4.9 yards a play. Meanwhile, Ewing is averaging 8 yards per play on offense through the first quarter and change here in the second.
2 plays, 1st down. It's the way you'd like to see. I tell you, everybody on the coaching staff's ecstatic about that number.
Yeah, a good average is 4 or 5 yards. Averaging 8 yards is that's tremendous.
It's a way to win a state championship. On 1st down, Kotzer to the outside, spins around 1 tackle and is not going to get out of the arms of Matt Corus. The ball pops free, and Humphrey St. Francis has it. The first break of the day for the Flyers, and the fumble recovered by Trent Clausen, and the Flyers get it at the 20-yard line of Ewing.
Watch Kotzer here. He's going to keep spinning and spinning and spinning. A lot of times, that 3rd spin or so, you're not really oriented so well, and you get hit, and bingo, the ball comes out, ripped out of there. Great job. I didn't get the number of that player that ripped it out here. Let's see if we can see it on this replay here.
Like Corus ripped it and recovered it.
Once again, big players coming up big.
Here's Corus after ripping, carries it for 5 over the right side to the 15-yard line.
There's some good finishing blocks right there on that play. Of course, once again, Corus finishing the run, falling forward.
Now, guys, if you're the Flyers, you've got to finish this drive, don't you? You've got to get points on the board.
Yeah, you need to get a score. Be it now, I was hoping that that team could get a score last time out, but they didn't, and they need to get a score soon. Just get some confidence upstairs.
Corus again. And Corus a couple down to the 13-yard line. Already the 17th carry of the day from Matt Corus. 55 yards rushing for Corus, and we knew he carried the load, but he's really carrying the load.
Did you say 17?
17th carry already for Matt Corus.
Goodness sakes.
Well, he's only on pace for about 50 carries today.
What did Sean Fisher have 3 years ago? He had 40?
Yeah, I believe that's about right.
45, right in there. But that last play, Logan Shrunk, defensive end on the left side, big guy, 255, moving right down the line of scrimmage to make the play. Little gain on the play.
3rd down and 3 from the 13. Clausen on the keep, and Clausen buried in the backfield by Philip Tramer.
And what's happening right now is Ewing's doing a good job on the backside with both their ends. The last play was Shrunk. This time was Tramer. Great job defensively and shoring up on the backside, making the play.
Tramer, they're uncovered as far as the blocking goes. Easy to make a play for the 6'1", 175-pound junior.
Did not bite on the fake at all from Clausen and made the stop. 4th and 4, and the Flyers will go. Can Ewing get another 4th down stop today? Play fake. Clausen, and he's got Werner for the 1st down. A great job by Clausen on the fake, and Jamison Werner gets plenty. 1st and goal for Humphrey St. Francis.
Yep, here comes the Flyers running the play action fake. Clausen out to Kessler out to who's the receiver for him? I can't remember. Werner out to Werner. Yeah, but Kessler. What I was thinking was, what a great call by the coach, recognizing the defense that they were in.
1st down and goal, ball inside the 3-yard line. And a touchdown for Austin Wegner. And the Flyers do convert on the turnover and get their first 6, and a little bit of energy now for Humphrey St. Francis.
Wegner barreling right through over that right side. Clausen and Krings up there as far as the blocks go, and the 10th touchdown of the year for Wegner on the play. Also a very good defensive player, but He gets his team, he gets that score, Kevin, you were talking about. They needed to have that just for their mental approach, their mental track in the ball game right now.
Big shot in the arm, and now they'll go for 2. Not a kicking team, this Humphrey St. Francis squad. This is their normal conversion for point. Play fake, Clausen. Clausen fumbles the ball, still loose. Picked up by Humphrey St. Francis, or by Ewing rather, and it cannot be advanced. So the try is no good. And the score remains 21-6 as we watch the touchdown run for Wegner once more.
Kessler getting right back to their bread and butter play there, that fullback dive right up the middle. And then when they went for it, they missed it, decided not to go with the dive, and ended up getting caught.
Already using your DTV converter box or a digital television, remember to run a channel scan to watch all the available digital channels. Some antennas don't always provide a good picture because of placement or installation. Local obstacles may interfere with reception, or you may need to upgrade to a more suitable antenna. In many cases, a new channel scan will solve your problem. NET is here to help you. Call us at 1-800-698-3426 or visit us online at netnebraska.org/DTV.
St. Francis this year really has lived well off the turnovers. They've forced 34. 24 of those have been interceptions, returned 8 of those for touchdowns, and now they convert a fumble into points. So they really they played well on offense, but they also play very well on defense. And of course, that's why their numbers are so just low. 69 rushing, 73 passing, and giving up just 8 points a game. But Ewing has really taken that to task today. But again, they love those turnovers. They love to create them and then score points off of them.
Kotzer and Fry waiting deep for Ewing. And the line drive kick taken by Kotzer. Out across the 15, and Kotzer dives to the 19-yard line, and Ewing will start with the 21-6 lead. Still 5:55 remaining in this first half. Ewing coming back off the turnover. An offense that so far has put up 137 yards on just 18 plays, and like they've been all year, very balanced. 60 yards rushing, 77 yards passing.
Yeah, and right now Ewing's just got to keep the pressure on. Keep doing what you've been doing from the get-go, and with that well-balanced offense, having the ability to march down the field and chew up some time off that clock.
It's Tramer in motion. Toss play to Fry. His quarterback out front blocking for him, and Fry able to squeeze ahead from the 19 near the 23, 24-yard line. Good pickup of almost 5 yards.
Brett Kotzer, I wonder if he's going to drive the bus back to town after the game, too. He just does it all. He throws it, runs it, tackles, blocks, just does it all. As you watch Bo Fry, he's no slouch himself, over 1,000 yards this year. But, man alive, Brett Kotzer is he's going to deserve that shower afterwards, let me tell you.
2nd and 5. Toss play to the left this time. Fry. And he's dropped behind the line by Matt Corris. Corris certainly knows how to run the football, and he makes a nice tackle on his opposing running back here.
Made 38 so far coming into the ball game this year. Kevin did Matt Corris, and see him strip it right there, and good position to make a play.
Little horse collar tackle there.
Pretty close.
This offensive guys always pointing out the problems that the defensive guys have. We got a fight up here before too long. Old lineman and a linebacker going head-to-head. I'll stay out of the way.
Smart man, Kevin.
3rd and 6. And the toss play to the right again. Fry trying to turn the corner, but the Flyers will not let him. Well short. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe an additional yard, and that's it. Nick Krings along with Trent Clausen out there for Humphrey St. Francis.
Yeah, the ability of the Flyers right here to maintain that line of scrimmage and not let Ewing develop any sort of as far as driving off the ball.
Trent Clausen really instrumental in that play. As we're about ready to get back underway here.
4th down and time to punt it for Ewing. Good defensive series again for Humphrey St. Francis, and that's how they'll get back in this game, with good defense and timeout taken by Ewing to talk things over on this 4th down and 4. So a 4th down and 4 play coming up for Ewing in a game that's been so far dominated by Ewing, but Humphrey St. Francis trying to find themselves back in this one a little bit. from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. A chilly day. Great to have you with us this morning alongside Adrian Fiala and Brendan Stye. I'm Kevin Kugler. Larry Putney roaming the sidelines as well on this cool morning, late morning, early afternoon coming up here in Memorial Stadium. We've seen a great D2 start for Ewing, but Humphrey St. Francis starting to show a little bit of life now.
They needed to get that last score, Kevin, just for the mental part of this game to keep them on track and get a little bit of their confidence back, because they've been shocked, Brendan, in this ballgame. They're used to having their way with everybody. Today, it's really a battle.
Right, and I thought coming out, the Flyers would take advantage of the fact that they have more numbers and try to wear out Ewing. Well, Ewing hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. So,
right.
And it's important right now that Ewing understands that they got to keep that pressure on.
And Ewing showing a good versatility and flexibility on defense. A lot of different looks, a lot of different plays they've been making out there. Good job by the Ewing Tigers.
Ewing ready to punt it away now. And a high punt gets right up and hangs in that wind, bouncing at the 35-yard line and down at the 35-yard line. You do not want to get it up into that 25-mile-an-hour wind today, because it's like hitting a brick wall. So pretty good field position for the Flyers. Still 3:47 to go, and Humphrey St. Francis with all 3 timeouts in their pocket. So a chance to, despite all of the things that have gone wrong for the early part of this first half, another touchdown here. They're right in this game headed to halftime.
Yeah, and I think Kessler's probably, his mindset right now is let's get a score before we go in. Little play action fake, throwing the ball downfield with the wind at your back, just like we're seeing right here.
And a good job throwing under pressure by Derek Clausen, finding Jamison Werner for a gain of about 8 yards.
He had Philip Tramer just all over him, did Clausen on the play. Watch him right there, number 3. And then he gets it off and makes that completion to Werner, Jamison Werner, coming into the ball game. 16 receptions for just under 400 yards and a touchdown.
And we've got a stop for a moment. The ball blowing around down there on the field. Give you an indication of just how strong that wind is, even down at field level. 2nd down and 2 from the Ewing 37-yard line. Chorus fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Ewing. Chad Roker right on top of it at the 34-yard line, and that's just what the Flyers didn't want to do.
Yeah, Matt Corus gets the ball, and really he tucks it up in there, but defender comes in and just bats it right out.
Has a pretty good hold right there. And is that Tramer again?
Tramer
again.
Yep.
Tramer has really had a good first half in terms of defense. Good on offense also, but he's really played well on defense.
2nd time today that Chorus has had trouble hanging on to the football. First time was a bobbled pitch. 2nd time was that fumble there.
Yeah, had the ability to hold on to that just for a second, but it's tough. You know, obviously something that you don't want to see. You know, giving the ball to a team that's got the momentum, it's going to be tough right now for the Flyers to stop them, because that momentum is huge when it comes to football.
Greg Rump over on the phone very quickly. Perhaps telling someone he's cold. He's an extra little bit of layer for that second half. Just to let you know, it's still chilly down here on the field.
Get out the red hot, boys.
Larry's been on that phone most of the first half. Kotzer to the right side. Tramer, and Tramer breaks a tackle. Tramer still on his feet. Look at Tramer at the 20. What a move to the 10. Tramer to the 5 and all the way down to the 4-yard line.
Great pass. Unbelievable pass right there.
What was that I just said about defense and Tramer? But you're right, Brendan. That was a terrific pass. A dart. You'd call this a dart. I mean, on a line, right into. Well, now watch this run. One missed tackle there, guys. And no, not there. We'll just call it good blocking
right here.
Yep, that was a great block down there by Kotzer, Austin Kotzer, and then another missed tackle and down, and my goodness, what a run.
Austin Wegner saving the day for the moment on 1st and goal. Bo Fry down near the 3-yard line. Clock slipping now under 3 minutes to go in this first half, and Ewing trying to take a commanding lead into the locker room.
Brendan, St. Francis really needs to bull the neck right here. I want to tell you, this is a score here might be pretty damaging to their mind.
Yeah, you got to be able to stop them in the red zone. It's going to be tough, though. I mean, Ewing has had the ability to put it in when they need to.
2nd down and goal from the 3. Fry again in for the touchdown.
Great run by Fry. Lowers his shoulder and just runs a guy over going into the end zone.
People up front, Shrunk, Fox, Roker. all getting the job done.
Yeah, these guys up front, they might not be too tall. I'm 5'10". I think Logan Schrunk's 5'10", 255. Dustin Fox, 5'10", 185. Chad Roker being the biggest out of all three of them. But, you know, a lot of times when you're shorter, Adrian, you have the ability to get up underneath some people.
Get that leverage, get that pad level down a little bit. You're right. But they know how to clear the way, and they're Ewing taking advantage of it right now.
And they're going for two with that wind in their face. Kotzer with all kinds of time. Nobody open. Now he floats it into the hands of Philip Tramer, and the two-point conversion is good.
Kind of a little floater pitch pass.
And the Ewing folks celebrating here in this first half, so we watch the touchdown again.
Just what I call hammer and tongue football. That's all that is right there. Just blast away.
Root hog.
You bet. Something you guys did 94, 95. Then did it extremely well.
For more than 50 years, NET has been part of this state's history, bringing you local news from across the state, documentaries that affect Nebraskans, and statewide coverage of high school and collegiate sports. Help us continue the quality of local programming on NET television. With your support, we'll continue to enrich the lives of all Nebraskans. Visit netnebraska.org or call 1-800-634-6788. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a chance to look back at the first half highlights and stats, and we'll also take a look at the Girls State Golf Championships. That's coming up at halftime. Bud Dahlstrom of the NSAA will join me, and we'll go over all that good stuff coming up at the half, which is 2 minutes and 33 seconds away.
See if they can cure your slice at halftime.
They cannot.
No? You tried that already?
I believe you have to actually practice to do this stuff. That's what they keep telling me. A little pooch kick, bouncing once.
Whoops.
Ball is bobbled, loose on the field, and Humphrey St. Francis able to cover it just shy of the 20-yard line. That could have been absolutely catastrophic for the Flyers.
Yeah. You know, the pooch kick can work a lot of times. You know, it just, what it does is it throws your rhythm off. If you get a good bounce like that was, it's very hard to bring it in, especially if you're a guy that's not used to carrying the ball on a kickoff return.
So now with 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in this first half, Derek Clausen and company trying to get something going here. Ball is bobbled. Still loose on the field. Ewing diving on it.
Ewing's got it.
And it will be second down Flyer football. Somehow he was able to get underneath there. Looked like Clausen may have had it knocked out of his hands by one of his own linemen.
You know, he's just had trouble. St. Francis has had trouble today just handling the football. And I think he hit it right on the hip.
Yep.
He hit it right. He's trying to make the play action fake, hit it right on the hip. The back just came a little too tight on the play, and it hits the hip and goes down. So dead play.
Yeah. You see it happen over and over again, especially in football. When you get behind, you start to pressure to try to make plays, and the mistakes start popping up.
Clausen, quick pass over the middle. Good catch. First down. That's Kyle Christensen with the grab out to the 34-yard line.
That's what they need. Those easy, 15, 20-yard gains.
Ewing just keeping that football in front as a defensive back now in this situation. Just keep that receiver in front of you. They've got three deep, 3 men up front, 2 backers and 3 deep. And they're just trying to make sure that nobody gets behind and they get a cheap score. 1:38 left in the ball game. Go in, regroup, and come out and try to get it done.
They're going to send Nick Krings off the field, a bit of an equipment problem. Official stopping play to get him out and get Zach McPhillips in.
Thing about Ewing right now is where they're at. They have never won a state championship in football. And they'll go in at half. They're ahead in good shape. Oh, here it is, Kevin.
Swing pass to Austin Wegner. Wegner just across the midfield stripe to the 39-yard line of Ewing.
You think right now Kessler is with the Flyers try to get in some sort of hurry up, especially going against Ewing, because these guys, we're not rotating guys in and out. I mean, they're starting to huff and puff a little bit, especially against that pass rush. So you'd like to run a little bit more of that hurry up and really pressure that defense.
This is Ewing's first trip to the championship game in Class D. They were there back in 1980 in C2. And good. Nope, incomplete. Great hit by Brett Kotzer, who has had an all-American kind of first half.
Yeah, he's all D2 right now. Watch this hit. Good throw, good delivery right there, and boom, lowering the boom on Kyle Christensen.
Kotzer keeping his man in front of him, and like you were talking about earlier, Adrian, making sure you're not giving up the big play, keeping him in front of you, and then making the big hit and allowing yourself to knock the ball out so they don't get that easy reception.
3rd down and 3, 57 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Chorus again, and Chorus has the first down for Humphrey St. Francis down to the 32-yard line of Ewing. So a first down, and now the Flyers will hurry things up. Down 29-6. Trying to punch it in for a little bit of a momentum boost going into halftime. Clausen. Pressure coming. Clausen breaks away. Clausen to the outside. Got a good block and a first down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Clausen with the old okey-doke move on the guy and get some good blocking on the outside to finish the play.
Watch Clausen here, a good dipsy-do, as you talked about, Brendan. Then I think it's Chorus, is it not? Downfield right there. Matt Chorus picks up one of the Ewing defenders, gives him about another 4 or 5 yards on the play, and a timeout is now taken on the field.
So the timeout called by Humphrey St. Francis. That's their first utilized in this first half, and it comes with 39 seconds remaining in the first half. Humphrey St. Francis, their rundown this year, 12-0, and you see those defensive numbers that they've been able to put up. Outside of that game against Elgin, a lot of single digits.
Boy, those scores look familiar. Those high scores and those low scores by the other team.
Look like a thermometer. Single digits, and then a big tongue sticking out at the top.
There's that Elgin game, 29 points. Already Ewing has matched that number here in this first half. There's the Ewing numbers, and you see an offense that's put up some pretty good sized numbers on one side of the ledger. That loss to Elgin motivating Ewing. They were able to win their way into this state championship game, trying to knock off Humphrey St. Francis and win the D2 championship. Long way to go on first down. Clausen throws, good catch inside the 10, and out of bounds goes Wegner at the 8-yard line, a yard shy of the first.
It's a great job by Wegner, and for this reason, he got out of bounds. Good play action here. Go ahead, Brendan.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at up front. These guys for the Flyers, they're giving plenty of time to throw the ball, and they're doing a good job in trying to stabilize that front three for Ewing, which is the strength of that defense.
And for a team that really doesn't throw the ball all that much, they're doing well in this series right now. Down there close to the end zone right now, but a great job by Wegner to get out of bounds, stop the clock.
2nd down and a yard. Clausen looking for Wegner again, and Wegner's got the first down. Clock will stop with 26 seconds remaining in the first half. Flyers right on the doorstep again inside the 5.
Yeah, keep the pressure on.
Kotzer over there, guys. Watch it. Watch number 10. Watch number 10 on the play right here. There he comes. Number 10 is Kotzer, the quarterback, the linebacker, the do-everything player for the Ewing Tigers, and he saves a TD.
First down and a spike from Derek Clausen. 2nd down now. 20 seconds to go. Flyers still have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I mean they've got some room to work here. You got to make sure you're calling the right play. I'm guessing what they're going to do is they're going to try to run that play action fake again. Maybe go out to the right side with Wegner and try to exploit some of that soft zone that they're giving up here on the bottom right.
2nd down and goal from the 4. There's the play fake and the touchdown.
Was it? Was that the play? Right to Wegner, right? Same play.
Exactly.
Good work.
Is this the part where I say, wow, Brendan, you really called it?
Yeah. Well, you always want to go with what works, and of course they've taken advantage of that.
Well, excellent field work in the whole series by St. Francis to come down the field. It started about the 20-yard line. They started at 2 minutes and 31 seconds and marched down the field and punched one in here with 17 left to go in the first half.
Now they'll try for 2. Chorus and Wegner. Clausen rolls. Pressure comes, and he's not going to get there. Yeah. Trying to stretch it right at the end, but couldn't break the plane.
Yeah, that play was designed for him to keep it all the way. You could just tell. Unfortunately, they didn't get it in. But the good thing about that is they take advantage of the situation. They put more points up on the board, and you got to wonder what's going through Kessler's mind now. I mean, how does he go into halftime and talk to these kids? And I think one of the things you really want to hammer on is it's not over. I mean, we talked about this early. I mean, you've got a lot of time to play, and you just got to stay focused.
That was a big drive by Humphrey St. Francis to bring that down the field and put those points on the board. It took 10 plays to get there, but they got there.
Exactly, Kevin. It gets them closer into the game, a little bit more back into the game, but the better part of it is it's just better for, again, the mind, as I've been talking about here in the first half. And they'll go in and regroup, and I'm sure that Eric Kessler will say, guys, we were able to move that football there at the end. Let's go back and let's get it done. We can win this game. We're still in the ball game. Get after it. Just 17 seconds left to go here. And then we're at halftime, but going to be a good second half.
Still anybody's championship game as Matt Corris gets ready to kick it off for Humphrey St. Francis. Line drive to Fry from the 4. Fry across the 20, and Ewing, more likely than not, with 11 seconds to go in this first half and a 29-12 lead, will take the knee and head into the locker room, warm up a bit, and regroup for the second half.
Got to be feeling pretty good if you're Ewing right now. I think, Brock, he's got his team well prepared. They came out, they executed their game plan, and go into the halftime and sit down and basically say, hey, guys, look, if we do the same thing and we do it for the next 2 quarters, we'll be state champs.
And they will indeed take that knee, and Ewing will take a lead into the locker room, a 29-12 advantage here at halftime for Ewing. Very even statistically, but not even on the scoreboard, as Ewing got out to the early lead, 21 points in that first quarter, and they've held on to that 29-12 lead here as we approach halftime, as the Ewing Tigers take that lead into the locker room. Larry's down on the field to chat with the coaches. Larry?
Well, you survived that punch in the mouth in the first quarter where you turned it over, gave them a short field, but the second quarter looked much better.
Yeah, it looks a little better. We can't turn the ball over against a good team like this, so we'll have to do a better job of taking care of the football, and also they're doing some things offensively that's causing some trouble, so we'll make some adjustments to get back in it.
What did you do there late in the second half?
Well, we opened it up a little bit more. They're obviously keying on our eye back, and they're doing a nice job, and they got good players. So, we opened up a little bit, and we'll have to make some more plays in the second half.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay.
A 29-12 lead. Some work to do for Eric Kessler and Humphrey St. Francis. They trail at the break by 17. We're at halftime at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, the Class D2 state championship. Humphrey St. Francis with the lead over Ewing here at the break. Or rather, Ewing with the lead over Humphrey St. Francis at the break, 29-12. I'm reversing the score here, much to the delight, I'm sure, of Humphrey St. Francis, but Ewing has the 17-point lead at halftime. Happy to have with us Bud Dahlstrom from the NSAA as we approach this halftime, and we approach the chance every time during these state championships to get a chance to highlight some of the other sports the NSAA has, and we'll talk a little bit about girls golf in just a moment, but you guys have done a great job in continuing to market high school sports throughout the state. What are some of the things you're doing in the efforts to continue to market the NSAA and get the word out about high school sports?
Well, of course, one of the things that we do is offer various programs that we develop through the NSAA to feature partnership by businesses and corporations in Nebraska. We're glad that U.S. Bank is beginning its 12th year with us as a premier corporate partner. They provide solid support across the state and are great people to work with. We're also excited this year that we have a new sponsor. U.S. Cellular is a new supporting sponsor of the NSAA, and they are underwriting our U.S. Cellular Cup program, which is our all-activity award program that is a year-long competition and features all fine arts and athletics that schools are participating in from fall through the spring season.
And these sponsors help the NSAA make sure that everybody has the opportunities and the most opportunities to compete in these activities throughout the state and throughout the year.
That's exactly right. And the support that we get from them really helps us keep our programs solid. It helps us offer a diversity of programs for high school students in the state. And most importantly, it helps us keep the costs down for the member schools.
Well, and it's been certainly another banner year for the NSAA. NSAA already, and we're just in the fall season. Lots to come, but let's talk a little bit about girls golf. Girls golf happening just a few weeks ago, wrapping up its fall season, and very, very exciting tournament once again.
It was. We had 3 great events, Class A, B, and C. This year, the Class A tournament was held in Norfolk at the Norfolk Country Club, and a good venue for the girls. Hadn't been in Norfolk for a few years, but exciting play, and the people in Norfolk, of course, furnish a lot of the volunteers for our championship. Had a close race again this year with a sudden death playoff deciding the champion there, Omaha Marion for the second year in a row. And then Class B and C again in Grand Island at Riverside Golf Course and Indian Head Country Club. Had Class B and C champions there as well. Scotts Bluff in Class B and Norfolk Catholic in Class C.
Well, let's take a look at the final results from that Girls State Golf Championship. There's Marion, Scotts Bluff, and Kearney Catholic, and the courses looked like they were in great shape. Looked like it was just another banner year for golf.
It was a good year. The girls have an advantage to some extent in the beginning of the season because they start in the fall and we're coming out of the summer weather. But a lot of times by the time we get to the state championship, they can pay a price. And we did have some colder weather. We had some rain affect play the second day, but got everything in on time and really a good event for us.
And one of the things that you notice if you follow golf throughout the state is that the level of play in the Girls State Golf Championship goes up every single year. The level of instruction has gotten so much better, and these girls now are playing year-round. It seems only makes those fall competitions that much better.
You're right. It has grown considerably, and we're glad that the participation is up, and it seems like the schools that are interested in having teams in the girls' golf area increase each year as well.
Well, and you, of course, have great support from golf courses across the state and from golf coaches across the state. It's really become a sport that has just blossomed for the NSAA.
It is, and, of course, we rely heavily on the golf professionals across Nebraska at the golf courses. We want to stay on very good terms with them because, obviously, we're using their facilities to have these events.
Well, it was an exciting golf championship once again, and congratulations to you, Bud, on everything that's going on with the NSAA right now. It's off to a great start in another school year, and I know there's many great things to come over the next several months.
Thanks, Kevin. We appreciate it.
Bud Dahlstrom, our guest from the NSAA. We are at halftime of the Class D2 State Championship. Ewing with the 29-12 lead over Humphrey St. Francis. By Time Warner Cable, providing coverage of local high school sporting events and activities on Nebraska On Demand, Channel 101. And by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nesoybeans.unl.edu. About ready to start this second half here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Ewing with a 29-12 lead over Humphrey St. Francis. Larry Putney is standing by with the head coach of the Ewing Tigers, Brock Eichelberger.
Coach Eichelberger, great start for you guys. You get the short field, you score, you get a turnover, you score, really controlled that first quarter.
Yeah, with that wind at your back, it's kind of a mindset. I know it's hard when you're thinking about it, but you got a lot more confidence when you got that wind at your back. And our defense, we knew that we were going to key on course a little bit, and I thought we came out with a lot of fire and a lot of energy, and we're going to need to keep that up the second half.
Second quarter, they started opening up a little bit, had some success. What'd you tell your guys about that?
We're going to have to adjust a little bit. We stopped what we wanted to, and that's something that's not their bread and butter. So we adjusted a little bit, and we're going to come out and try to stop those quick out patterns, and hopefully this second half we can put it all together.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
The 2008 NSAA Football Championships and this D2 State Championship are being carried live over the internet, so if you have friends or family who don't have access to NET, have them log on to netnebraska.org and click the live webcast tab to enjoy the football championships right on their computer. NET is Nebraska's home for sports, and Humphrey St. Francis already in a hole to start this second half is going to start in a little bit more of a hole. They've been penalized for delay of game, getting out of the locker room too late to start this second half.
Yeah, I was just watching as we were sitting here. Ewing was out here kind of waiting around, stretching, here in the end zone. And I don't know what happened there with the Flyers, but, yeah, definitely already in a hole.
Well, the officials will sort this one out, but
somebody needs to set the Rolex next time, make sure it works.
Aid, you're responsible for the alarms to be set in those locker rooms before the next 5 state championships.
How about a flaming arrow? How's that?
That would be good. You fire up that flaming arrow. I won't go any further. We had our trivia question, and we had an answer in our trivia question. Which player holds the D2 record for most touchdown passes in a single playoff game? And congratulations to our winner, Nathan Raby. Knew the answer was Drew Billiter of Loomis. Had 6 touchdown passes versus Bertrand in 2004. Congratulations to Nathan. We'll give you a chance to win more. He is from Wisner and a guy who knows his state high school football playoffs. More chances to win throughout the state high school football championships here on NET. So if you like to win, be sure you're with us throughout the next 3 days.
Well, everything's falling apart here today.
It's a little breezy.
A little breezy. The roof's coming in.
Stuff jumping on Adrian.
The Flaming Arrow reference has always been my latent wish to, Chief Osceola.
I wondered
You've seen
about
him
that.
With Florida State. And
I'm waiting for you to ride out in the middle of midfield.
One of the greatest moments in college football is when he comes out on the field and has that spear and throws it down in the field. Oh my!
See the numbers.
Shivers.
Brett Kotzer there a moment ago. Just a terrific job by Kotzer, who is leading this Ewing team to this point to what they hope will be their first ever state championship. They were runners-up all the way back in 1980 when Ewing was part of C2, but they've never been to a championship game in Class D, either D1 or D2, and now a chance to win a championship if they can play another 24 minutes of football like they did the first 24.
Recently, they have had good success in girls basketball, boys basketball, and also volleyball. They've had state champions in each of those sports, but they have still looking at this. You said, Kevin, looking for their first in football. So I'm sure there's a lot of talk, Brennan, in the locker room about guys. We got just 2 quarters of football. We can wear that championship ring, and let's get after it. So hopefully they're going to be sparked up, and St. Francis will come after it the same way.
Right. And as a coach, you got to be excited about having a game plan, trying to shut down the likes of Matt Corus, and those guys did absolutely that. They came in here. They didn't allow him to have his presence felt out there, and you just got to keep doing the things that you did in the first half, and keep the pressure on the Flyers, and in the end, the guys that I think really. The guys that don't put the ball on the ground are going to come out on top of this one.
So our referee, Greg Rump, over there looked like a college professor giving a lecture to Eric Kessler, who was being told why they're being pushed back to kick the ball off after that penalty.
We were just sitting here, and they kept warming up.
I saw the flag on the ground. I thought, well, maybe it just accidentally fell out of Rump's backside, but it did not. It was certainly a call, and then I saw him wind the old arm up, and then you knew.
You knew, yeah.
Back deep, Kotzer and Fry for Ewing. So Ewing going to get the football, and they're going to get it in pretty good field position here, depending on the kickoff from Matt Corus, who will have the wind at his back, and that's significant, as he bangs it away from the 15-yard line. A line drive kick. Fry to the middle of the field. Fry now trying to bounce to the outside. Good return by Fry all the way out to midfield. Fumbles the football, and Ewing looked like Philip Tramer able to bounce on top of that. The only Ewing Tiger in the area saves the day for Ewing.
Yeah, everything's set up to the right side on the kickoff here, but oh my, he's going to decide to go ahead and go to the left, Brendan. And this is what happens.
Right.
When you get that fumble, you better help somebody's around.
With that kicking game, sometimes if you set it up, like you said, to the right and you head back to the left, it's open.
On first down, Ewing by 17 to start this third quarter. Kotzer on the keep. Got a good block from Fry. Kotzer to the outside, and Kotzer close to a Ewing first down. Fry opened up the door because he had delivered a crushing block in the backfield.
Yep. Nice pancake lead block by Fry. Really gave him that extra yards.
Watch the right side here, right there. You see the St. Francis player going down. He was coming in on the play, and Fry just blew him up. Just blew him up.
Second and short. Ewing with that short field to work with again. They've had the short field on a lot of scoring drives today. Fry with the first down inside the 25 to the 24 of Humphrey St. Francis. And boy, if you're the Flyers, guys, you cannot afford on that opening drive to give up another 6 if you want to get back in this game.
Not at all, Kevin. It's imperative that they do get a stop here in some fashion. Ewing is now closing in. They're at the 24-yard line, and they're moving the ball very, very well so far here to start. And that third quarter start is always important. Ewing is getting that.
Coach Eichelberger really loves that dive, and having the ability to just run it down their throat. That's what you want to do.
That's what he's trying to do here. Is Fry pounds it forward to the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 8. And we talked with Brock Eichelberger about the unique relationship between his quarterback Brett Kotzer and his wide receiver Austin Kotzer.
Those guys have played a lot of backyard football together, and they've been together for a long time. They're cousins growing up. I think everybody always mistakes them as brothers, but they got a great relationship. They kind of have a knack of knowing what the other's going to do, and it seems like they can give each other that look. They might break off a route, and Austin and Brett knows exactly where Austin's going to be. But when you're throwing to Austin, he's about 6'5". He can jump, and he's got hands that can catch about anything. So it's tough to miss a target like that. They get along great.
Matt Korus, the only guy that didn't miss Brett Kotzer on that run, saves the touchdown for Humphrey St. Francis.
Yeah, they're spreading them out up front, giving some nice wide holes here. It's a great keep by Kotzer, just getting the extra yards, and luckily for St. for the Flyers, you've got Matt Korus there on the tackle.
There's Kotzer again trying to find some running room to the outside, and Trent Clausen with a good job in the backfield. Throws him for a 1-yard loss back to the 3.
Well, we talked earlier about St. Francis being able to bull the neck, a good old sports line, and now is the time to do it, because they are indeed back up against that yellow line down there. 2nd down.
Goal to go from the 3-yard line. Ewing on their first possession of this 3rd quarter. Kotzer on the keep, dives in for the touchdown.
Yeah, they're just dominating right now up front. It just seems like Ewing has the ability right now to impose their will over St. Francis, and it's starting to take effect.
They went into a full power set that time, did the Tigers from Ewing, Nebraska. Shrunk and Fox and Roker up inside there. And tell you what, Kotzer knows exactly where to go. He went right between Fox and Shrunk at 5'10" to 255, leading the way as they line up for PAT.
Kotzer on the toss to Fry, and Fry in for 2 more. 37-12. Ewing in the first 2.5 minutes of this 3rd quarter adds 8 more to their lead.
Yeah, dominating performance up front. We talked about earlier in the game, Matt Korus being able to finish plays. Well, Ewing and Kotzer and company doing exactly that.
Once again, Shrunk on the left side, providing the springing block and a couple extra blocks behind that. But Logan Shrunk giving Kotzer the ability to get on in the end zone.
Larry Putney is downstairs in the cold with more. Larry?
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I'm down here with Haley Tramer. A lot of people might remember watching her on NET last week when Ewing won the state girls volleyball championship. So you win one last year, and you're showing off your medal today, I see. You've got it here proudly. Talk about what it's like to watch the guys now.
It's great. Hopefully wearing these medals give them a little incentive, motivation. We've been shoving it in their face, being like, here, this is what you want, so go after it.
Haley, of course, a Nebraska volleyball recruit. You'll be playing down here in Lincoln next year. Let's go back to your 8th grade year. I know a couple of coaches, Coach Eichelberger, Coach Appleby, got together with all the 8th graders at Ewing, both the boys and the girls, and talked about expectations and what they wanted you to accomplish. Can you remember that conversation?
Yeah, I think we were in the math room, actually, and we were having a meeting, and they were just like, I know our girls program isn't that great right now, but if you guys give the heart and determination, you guys can be great. We can do great things here. We want to be the big name schools that you hear about all the time, and you girls have that potential. So work hard. We'll be working in the weight room and everything, and you guys can achieve that.
Haley, congratulations.
Thank you.
And guys, not only did the girls turn out to do a great job, last year, of course, the boys won a state championship. They're going for their first football championship now. Girls won volleyball. Looks like that conversation those 2 coaches had with the 8th graders about 5 years ago, it's really paid off.
Well, it certainly has. Ewing's going to become one of those big-name schools that everybody's talking about, certainly in the 2008-2009 school year, because Ewing on their way to a 2nd state championship in the last 2 weekends of NSAA competition. Humphrey St. Francis trying to accelerate the pace of the comeback here as Korus gets his 21st carry of the day down near the 31-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards on 1st down.
Good run by Korus to start the series, Kevin, and then follows it up here with about a 4-yard run. And So Matt Korus, you know, the problem is time will become a factor here very soon for this team, and running the football in short bursts like that just won't get it done for you.
Yeah, and right now you've got the wind at your back, so you think you want to throw a little bit more.
Cross play Korus. And Korus over that left side this time near the 26-yard line. Pick up a 5. It leaves Humphrey St. Francis with a 3rd down and 2, trailing by 25 here in the 3rd quarter.
So, guys, the penalty to start out with there before the kickoff, and then the short field creates that scoring opportunity for Ewing. They cash it and have an excellent lead right now as St. Francis is ready to go.
3rd and 2. And the 1st down run over that right side. Good tough run from Jamison Werner. 22-yard line of Ewing as Humphrey St. Francis trying to find an answer here to this Ewing attack, a Ewing offense that's been hard to stop today. Derek Clausen and company on 1st and 10 from the 22. Korus over the right side, and Korus met at the 21-yard line by Austin Kotzer. Only a 1-yard gain.
There's Korus right there. Matt Korus kind of taking that play, Brendan, right up into the pile. Right, you know, there's a good chance right there to bust it out, bounce it out.
It's a great play by the defensive end from Ewing. They're just not allowing the guy carrying the ball to get outside by undercutting the lead blocker there. So it's a credit to his play.
Dustin Fox, that left defensive end.
Play fake Clausen on the roll. He's going to keep it. Clausen 2 yards shy of the 1st down. 7-yard scramble for Derek Clausen on his 6th carry of the day.
There needs to be a sense of urgency right now, and I'm not seeing that from the Flyers. I really, look at what they're doing is they're running the ball. The clock is not their friend right now. They need to put that ball up in the air and get some points quickly.
It's melting away quickly if you're wearing blue today.
We'll be in the 5-minute range after this play.
Korus stacked up short of the 1st down at the 13-yard line. Going to be about a yard short of a 1st down. It'll be 4th and 1 for Humphrey St. Francis.
And once again, that play is run right into a pile, and Korus not able to, again, we talk about vision and running backs, and in this situation here, if Matt Korus could just have a little bit more peripheral vision and maybe try to bounce that ball out to the right or the left there, might pick up a few more yards and maybe even go.
4th and short. And the give is to Werner, and Werner is very close. I don't know if he got it.
It'll be close again.
It's a credit to Ewing's, those guys up front right now. That's the strength of their defense, and to run it right into that, that's pretty gutsy for St. Francis. But Ewing coming up big, and we'll see if they got the 1st down.
All right, Abe, put that Swami hat on that you've become known for at these state high school championships. Did he get it, or is he short?
I'm thinking he's short. Maybe again by about a nose. I've got kind of a poor angle here, but we're going to find out here very shortly, but I think he's short.
Boy, and it is by a nose, and not much more than that. Good call, 1 for 1 so far this year.
Eyes are still with me, boys.
And Ewing's defense is still with them. Another huge 4th down stop.
Well, you couple that play there with the fact that Ewing just got the touchdown the last series and doesn't spell very good chances for St. Francis. I'm not one to ever give it up.
Yeah, no, and right now, if you're Ewing, what you're trying to do is just hammer it down their throat.
Humphrey St. Francis 1 for 4 on 4th down conversions today. Bo Fry to the outside across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Usually, if you see a team that's gone for it 4 times on 4th down and only converted 1 of them, you know which team, by that stat, is usually trailing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and it's just like I said, it's a credit to that Ewing defense. They've done a great job keeping guys on the inside, not letting them get the extra yards on the outside.
This is a team, Brandon, that was averaging 8 plus yards per play going into the halftime. So,
yeah, and offensively, they've been getting it done left and right. Kotzer's just been lights out.
2nd down and 6. Fry into the secondary. And Fry with a 1st down to the 30-yard line. 14-yard lumbering run for Bo Fry. He's over the 50-yard mark rushing today.
Yeah, looking at the stats before the game started, you're looking at Kotzer's numbers and everybody else's. Bo Fry, he's been one of those guys all year long for Ewing, has put up good numbers. And, of course, once again, you've got another great skill position player that can do just about everything for you.
Overloaded the right side of the line that time. That's where Fry went. He's picked up over 1,000 yards, 1,076 at 23 touchdowns on the year.
On first down, Kotzer on the keep, and he's upended after a 2-yard gain. Good tackle made by Trent Clausen. Took the legs out from Brett Kotzer.
Looks a little bit, well, I've seen that play before. Not only at this level, but also the collegiate level. But again, more and more high school teams, guys, borrowing the spread offense, the zone read plays, and all that. It's just that wave that's in football right now, and I think it's going to be here for a while.
2nd down and 8 from the 32. This time, Fry across the 35-yard line near the 36, 4-yard pickup, and Ewing doing just what they want to do, Brendan. They're just trying to power that ball up the field, get first downs, and keep that clock moving.
Right, and that's a great play right there. It's what we had right there was a misdirection play, kind of similar to like a wing offense. You don't really know who's getting the ball, and 3 guys are flying left and right, and all of a sudden some guy pops it out for a 4 or 5 yard gain.
3rd down and 4 from the 36. Movement up front. And flags are down. If it was Humphrey St. Francis that came across, and it is, it'll be a first down for Ewing. Ewing doesn't need the help, Aid.
No, they don't. No, they don't, not at all. And it's a difference between high school and college ball. If that defender encroaches, they call it right away. In college, you got a chance to get back before the ball is snapped. In high school, if you encroach in the neutral zone, it's a flag right away. And so I believe it was looked like Ryan Hassenstaub that jumped a little bit early on the play.
So a first down.
There's that overload again.
And Fry will run it to that side. A flag is down as Fry goes down at the 34-yard line of Humphrey St. Francis. But this one looks like it's marching the other way against Ewing.
That rule of jumping off sides or encroachment. In the NFL, they actually came up with a rule. A guy named Derek Thomas, who used to be a Kansas City Chief defensive end, he used to always flinch. And they ended up making a rule because of what he did. You're not allowed to do that in the NFL. And it's interesting that the rule kind of comes right here. I mean, if you do come over, they're going to call it on you.
It's the same now in college, too. Just a couple of years ago, Brendan, they invoked that rule, or the defense can actually be guilty of drawing
the flinch rule.
The flinch rule.
Of course, you never bit into that flinch.
Oh, never. No.
First down and 20 after the 10-yard holding penalty. It'll be Kotzer to the left side. Kotzer's getting it all back and more as he takes it down to the 35-yard line of Humphrey St. Francis. What penalty, says Kotzer, as he goes 14 yards on first down.
Ewing showing that overload set again to the right side, but what does Ewing do then? They come back the other way on it. They had St. Francis thinking, well, we're going to the left side of the formation. They didn't do it. They came back the other way, and he picked up a chunky yardage and gave them a decent chance at 2nd and about 8 here.
Very, very impressed with those guys up front.
2nd and 6, beg your pardon.
From the 35, Kotzer again on the keep, trying to find some running room, and made a positive out of a negative down to the 32-yard line. And that's going to leave him 3 yards short of a first down.
And all the while, the clock just ticks down. We'll be under 2 minutes, or at 2 minutes and change now.
I think the most impressive thing that I've seen with Ewing up front is their consistency, how they're coming off the ball. They're being coached very well up front. You watch where their hands are when they come off the ball. They're not out wide. They're getting their hands inside. They're driving their feet. They're finishing blocks. They're wearing these guys down up front.
3rd down and 4, a very short 4. They'll set up the screen to Kotzer. He's got the first down as he turns the corner, shoved out of bounds inside the 20-yard line near the 18. Plenty for the first down for Ewing, and they'll be able to keep this drive going.
This was the bubble screen as Philip Tramer out there. Watch number 3. Left of your screen, he's going to be blocking right there, blocking Wegener on the play, and that creates the opportunity for the first down.
That is the key to that play, is that outside block right there. Yeah, once again, Ewing showing great balance on offense.
This drive has already taken well over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The 8th play of the drive coming up here for Ewing. In other words, exactly what Brock Eichelberger, the head coach, wanted to see from Ewing. Kotzer on first down. Keeps it and is dropped by Austin Wegner near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second down. Good tackle by the senior, Austin Wegner.
They were running the option there, and it really looked like he wanted to give it up at the end there. The Flyers really defended it well, staying home, not giving it up, not biting into, letting Kotzer do exactly what he wanted to do, which was to try to option it out.
You got to play assignment football, and that's what St. Francis did on that last play to stop that option. Wegner taking his responsibility at the quarterback, and the corner coming up to take the pitch man.
Second down and 10 from the 18. Tramer in motion. Fakes the toss. Kotzer to throw. Going deep, and it's a touchdown. Josiah Switzer, all alone behind the defense, scores 6 more for Ewing.
Somebody got caught looking on that one. Little play action fake once again, up and over the top, big play.
Switzer is 9th touchdown of the year, and it comes at a big time for his team. Pretty much puts the distance insurmountable now in terms of coming back. Still a quarter to go here, but wow, what a play there. Everybody kind of looking to the left side as a defender looking left, and they come back to the right side with Switzer, and bingo, a touchdown.
And the 2-point try. Kotzer, pass is tipped and incomplete. So the 2-point try is no good. But with 1:43 remaining in this third quarter, Ewing with a controlling 43-12 lead.
See it again here as Josiah Switzer just gets behind everybody. That was, I believe, Chorus in the back trying to catch up to Josiah on the play and not able to get there.
15 years ago in Gothenburg, a small group of about a dozen people was formed. Their goal to build a place that would celebrate the history of Nebraska high school athletics. As NET's Jim Disrude explains, the completion of that goal is closer than ever.
Inside this new home of the NSAA, space has been dedicated for a proposed Nebraska High School Hall of Fame.
This is Steve.
Steve Johnson, president of the Nebraska Coaches Association, is spearheading funding for the project.
The fundraising part of it is the difficult part, obviously. But the people are passionate on the board. There's a board of about 35 people, most of them retired coaches, school administrators, athletic directors, some community patrons that really have a lot of influence in their respective communities. But the passion is there, and that's what really drives the Hall of Fame.
The empty 75,000 square foot space is just across the hall from the NCA, so Steve gets a daily reminder of the amount of work that's still ahead.
Something like this doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of effort on a lot of the parts of a lot of people, and there's a lot of people putting a lot of effort in right now. This will be the Hall of Fame. We'll have displays, active displays, interactive displays. We'll have memorabilia. It'll be exciting once it's done. And then when they leave here, we want kids, adults, whatever, to feel like they're part of the success of the history of Nebraska. We know that this will be an alive, a breathing exhibit in here of what high school athletics is all about.
The Hall of Fame committee needs to raise $1.5 million to finish the project. They're looking for major donors to get the Hall of Fame doors open and then annual donors to maintain the facility and the displays.
Well, I know one guy who's going in there right away.
And that is?
Coach Osborne.
No, I would think so. Not a bad pick.
No.
This Ewing performance may go in the Hall of Fame as well in this D2 state championship. And that tackle is a Hall of Fame tackle by a guy who's played a tremendous ball game, Brett Kotzer.
Yeah, you give him, with that pooch kick, the little pooch onside kick, but you still give him good field position. So, like we were talking about before with that kick, you either feast or famine on it, and that really wasn't the kick that they wanted.
One thing that St. Francis needs to do now, they've got the wind at their back right now. They're way behind in the ball game. They need to use that wind, try to get a quick score.
Clausen, play fake on first down. He is going to go for the screen. Wegner with blockers out in front. Wegner with a first down out near midfield.
That little hurry up right now wouldn't hurt as well.
Yep. Well, I want to tell you what, you see some hustle. Logan Shrunk, he's one of the biggest guys on the field, number 88, and he was back in pressure. Watch 88 on pursuit right there. There he is right there. He was coming on pressure, but now he's going to get that big frame downfield and look at him go, and gets him from the backside. That's hustle. That is really hustle. Logan Trunks, 5'10" and 255.
From the 41st down, Chorus, the carry up the middle, and a good tackle. Ball pops out. They're going to say it was down. Just shy of the first down, Chorus had it pop out of his hands. It would have been his third fumble of the day. Instead, it stays with the Flyers.
That's the strength of this offense is through Matt Chorus, and that's what they were looking for early. If they had only had that early on in creating those big opportunities for him, but like I said, it's credit to Ewing.
Wegner, the tailback, he gets the carry, and Wegner with a first down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line of Ewing. Another first down for the Flyers, trying to take advantage of that wind at their backs and move it quickly into the end zone here.
It's a great surge by St. Francis right there up front. Those guys, unfortunately, they didn't get it done in the first half, but it might be a little bit of a sign that Ewing is kind of wearing down. I mean, these guys have been playing all game long.
Clock, a real enemy of the Flyers, not to mention being down 43-12. Clausen on the roll, floats it out, the catch by Werner, and Werner inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 9-yard line. So first and goal now for Humphrey St. Francis. They have marched it down the field very quickly.
Good job by Josiah Switzer to come up and make the hit. You'll see that at the right part of your screen here as Werner is heading upfield right now, but there's Switzer, and eliminates any further advance on the play as St. Francis, as you said, ran a good surge right here, and they needed to get this done right.
Wegner the tailback, Werner the fullback in the eye. And Wegner to the 5, fumbles the football, and it falls right back into his lap at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, nice little cutback lane for Wagner there, and got to hold on to that ball. Make sure you bring it in. Almost got the touchdown.
Watch the clubhouse bounce right here. Okay. Let's just go ahead and give it up right there. Boops, come right back to you. You got a fumble, you want to do it that way.
And they're not going to be able to get another playoff before the end of this third quarter. We have played 3 in the D2 state championship game. Ewing in control after 3 with the 43-12 lead. Alongside Adrian Fiala, Brendan Stein, Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Start of the fourth quarter of this D2 state championship. Humphrey St. Francis with a second down and goal from the 2-yard line, trailing 43-12. Here's Chorus. Chorus churning for the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. A flag down as well.
Chorus on the pitch here to the right side. Just shows his relentlessness getting in the end zone.
Austin Wegner leading the play up front. He had a good block, and there's
face mask going to go against Ewing. Yeah. So the touchdown will stand for Humphrey St. Francis. They're on the board just a few seconds into this final quarter.
Watch 21 right here. Boom. Great ISO block right there. And just took
that's a pancake.
I tell you what, that's Dustin Fox, and he doesn't like that. He's going to get some grief in film, you bet.
A little bit.
Remember how that goes?
Oh, yes.
By 20 times, running back and forth.
Well, that was a true D-cleat.
Ooh, my. Fox not used to that either. He's a pretty good-sized young man, but I tell you what, old Wegner took him to school.
They'll go for 2 here. And a little bit of misdirection does not fool guess who? Brett Kotzer.
Nice play by the young man. Doing it all day long.
If you're handing out MVP awards on the Ewing side, I don't think you need to look much further than number 10, Brett Kotzer, today. Well, this is just the start of a very busy weekend for all of our NET Sports production crew. Tonight, we're back here at Memorial Stadium for the Class D1 State Championship as a very familiar face in championship football. The Howells Bobcats taking on the Axtell Wildcats coming up tonight here on NET1, NET HD, 7 o'clock Central Time. We're on the air again with all the action from the Class D1 State High School Football Championship. And it has been a chilly day. It's supposed to be even a chillier night. In fact, the coldest night of this soon-to-be winter season in Nebraska expected tonight, with lows right around 10 degrees this evening. If you'd like to get yourself a DVD copy of this or any of our state high school football championships. It's very easy to do. You can check out our website at netnebraska.org, or you can do it the old-fashioned way by the phone, 1-800-868-1868. It's a treasured memory that you'll enjoy for years to come.
Let's take a look at Kotzer's numbers on defense. Well, here's a kickoff.
Onside kick, and it's covered by Kotzer. As if on cue, aid his numbers.
His numbers are 14 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, and 1 pass broken up, and now 1 recovered kick, or 1 kick return on the kickoff. I tell you, Brett Kotzer is just incredible. He is Mr. Everything today for his team.
Well, you know, in that situation, you want to get your best guys up front. They call it the hands team, and whenever they onside kick, and of course, you want to keep it out of Kotzer's hands, but that was the intention right there for St. Francis.
Well, 14 carries, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's 9 of 10 passing, 152 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I'd say that's not a bad day's work. Here's Fry on the outside, and Ewing just wants to run this football now with a 43-18 lead. Keep that clock running and really run it down here in this fourth quarter.
They all can hear some singing in the background right now, the Ewing Tigers. Looking at their first state championship in football.
Are you discussing the hefty woman that is singing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I learned my lesson long ago about that one, Kevin.
2nd and 6 from the 29. And a stop and play and a flag down.
That was going to go pretty long. If the whistle didn't blow there, they had a little bunch right formation there with a lead block. Didn't look like Kessler's bunch had a lot to defend that one.
So a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be 2nd down and 11 from the 24. A few flurries again. Been a strange weather day. We've had bright sunshine, flurries move in, bright sunshine. It's almost as if winter's coming in Nebraska. That can't be it.
I'm leaving right after this game.
2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Fry steps out of a couple of tackles in the backfield, and able to get a yard or 2. Larry's aware of the weather. I think he's been out in it a little bit today.
How cold are you, Larry?
Larry, you all right down there?
I can tell you all about it, guys. Tell you, the wind, I thought it was blowing hard when we started at about 25 miles an hour. It's got to be up to 30 or 35. It's really picked up down here on the field, which does not make it any easier for the Flyers to come back because they're driving it into that wind.
Well, Larry, you lose most of the heat from your body through your head. You really ought to have a hat on. Watching Larry all day long, I've really felt bad for him down there.
That last play, Clausen had a great penetration. Really blew up the play for Ewing. It's something you want to see the Flyers do from here on out.
Yeah, they need to do that and figure out a way to get upfield against about what'd you say, Larry, about a 30-mile-an-hour wind? Was that?
Adrian, it's really picking up down here right now. I understand Kevin feels bad for me. In fact, I would just suggest to Kevin that he does tonight's game down here on the field in the 10-degree temperature, and I'll go ahead and take the booth for you.
We had discussed whether or not we'd do the game a la Harry Carey used to do a game from the bleachers at Wrigley Field, but Adrian suggested that we not do that. So I always defer to Aid.
This is your battle, guys. I'm staying right here in the booth. And neither one of you could go ahead and do what you want to do. But there you get an indication of just what Larry's talking about. Blankets are out, stocking caps, wool, the parkas, and sleeping bags, just everything. But there is no suntan lotion to be found within 100 miles of Memorial Stadium here, except for maybe the drugstores up the street. But these people really bundle up and supporting their teams.
Guessing sales are at an all-time low today. Suntan lotion at Memorial Stadium. 3rd and 9. Tramer in motion. Kotzer to throw on 3rd and 9. Pressure comes and caught by Tramer near a first down, about 2 yards short for Ewing.
It's a second play now. We saw the play in the first half where he was about out of bounds and made the throw, got the touchdown on that play, and now he's kind of scrambling off balance again and makes a throw. My goodness, Brett Kotzer
has the ability to elude the tackler, recognizes his man downfield. Kind of reminds me of a guy named Joe.
Yeah,
Joe Gams.
We'll go for it.
Kotzer will punt it away on 4th down and short. A high punt with the wind, and it's bobbled and dropped tipped, and Ewing is going to come up with a football. No, it's recovered by Humphrey St. Francis. How did Trent Clausen get underneath that pile? Chad Roker was right there, and somehow Clausen able to save it for Humphrey St. Francis.
Well, he's been a good defender all year for him, has been Clausen. Watch him here as the ball's going to come loose as Clausen separates, or check it. It's Kotzer, Austin Kotzer separates the kick returner, and then Clausen comes up. But he's been on the spot, 3 interceptions on the year, 125 tackles, but St. Francis has it again here.
9:37 to play. Flyers down 43-18. Derek Clausen over the middle, low throw, and a good catch by Jamison Werner near the first down.
I think they're going to rule it incomplete, Kevin. It looks like it anyway.
Now the first official said yes, and the second one said nope, he didn't get it, so it's second down.
The back judge came up and overruled it.
A little bit of a trap.
Good call. It did hit the ground.
Great camera work there. Speaking of cold, our crew's got the cold duty today, and it's not going to get any warmer tonight.
Yeah, the goalposts are shaking out there. It's pretty incredible that the camera's able to stay steady, but there you go. And that was a great shot, like you said, Kevin, last time up.
2nd and 10 from the 28. Here's Clausen on the roll. And the catch by Wegner, run out of bounds. A 4 yards shy of a first down for Humphrey St. Francis.
Great pass by Clausen right there. Actually got it right between the defender's arms and on a nice rope. You can see it here. Well, you really couldn't see, but yeah, here we go. Guy gets his hands up right through there.
Shoved out by Austin Kotzer.
Like Bo Fry almost had the pick right there, but right between the pikes.
3rd down and 4. Flyers with a long road ahead in this D2 championship game, down big. Giving up more points today than any point this season, and that pass almost picked off by Bo Fry. Another opportunity for Fry there to get a hand on that ball, and it's 4th down.
Fry on. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, the impressive thing all day that I've seen from Ewing's defense is they've matched up in the defensive backfield. Whenever they've got guys in route, St. Francis, whenever they have somebody out in a passing route, a Ewing defender is right on them every single time. And we've seen that time and time again where, I mean, really the defender didn't even see the ball there, but he was right on him. And it really creates that pressure of the receiver bringing the ball in.
4th down and 4. Clausen will throw. And it's dropped at midfield. Jamison Werner had the first down, but couldn't pull it in.
If there has been a story today about Humphrey St. Francis, it has been that. Dropped footballs. I don't know how many that's been, but it's been a lot. And on a day like today, you've really got to concentrate and look that ball in and forget about the cold weather, and not able to happen on that play, and the ball will go over.
I think the St. Francis player there heard some footsteps. Old Kotzer was right on him.
So Ewing will take over with 9:11 to go to a state championship. On first down from the 34-yard line, Kotzer on the keep. Kotzer, good yardage, as he's done all day long. Pickup of about 6 yards. That pushes him over 90 yards rushing on the day.
Yeah.
15th carry of the afternoon.
Yeah, Kotzer, he's you know, the thing about what you like to see on offense is consistency, and the coaches realize the player they have in Kotzer here, and he's just been doing a tremendous job all day long.
15 carries, 91 yards for Brett Kotzer. 2nd down and 3. There's Fry, and Fry with a first down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. An 8-yard pickup for Bo Fry, his 18th carry of the day, and now he has 75 yards rushing.
Fry just like a pinball, just bouncing off the bumpers and heading upfield and turning and twisting. Both he and Kotzer have that running style. Kotzer is a spinner, a dancer, bumping off everybody and getting upfield. But the key is they're always going north and south.
Right, that's exactly right. That's Kotzer's, really, you watch his running style. He's always falling forward and trying to get the extra yard.
1st down and 10 from the 19. Tramer down near the 15-yard line, 4-yard pickup, under 8 minutes to go.
Great block by Logan Shrunk up front there, sealing his guy off to the inside, giving some running room, cutting back right for the running back.
Mark him at the 16, so it'll be a 3-yard pickup. Ewing trying to win that first ever state championship. Haven't been in this game, in any kind of state championship game, since 1980. C2, a long time ago.
And doing it in a dominating fashion.
So Ewing is right there. 2nd down and 7 from the 16. Here's Kotzer again. Pickup of 2 to the 14-yard line.
Old Trent Clausen on the twist blitz there from the linebacker position wasn't fooled. Ended up stopping him short.
But Ade Ewing's not as concerned about yardage right now as they are about that clock. Just keep it running.
That's just, short burst, pick up enough yardage just to get that next first down and continue to run time. 6:58, 57 and counting here. And they can taste victory in the biggest way right now.
3rd and 5. Tramer motions out. Toss play, Fry. Big hit on the edge. Terrific tackle by Jamison Werner of Bo Fry.
Yeah, Austin Kotzer try to get a decent block on the outside. Just gets beat by Werner. Werner making a huge play for him.
Shrunk down there, making a good block, and that whole front, both the offensive and the defensive front for Ewing today has really stepped up and played excellent football. Brendan alluded to that earlier on, and it has been just kind of fun to watch, especially that defensive line play. Great pressure and able to handle that line of scrimmage.
4th down and 5. Ewing lining up as if to go. Looks like they're going to take the timeout. And the timeout comes with 6:02 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A game that's really been all Ewing so far and appears to continue to be all Ewing as they churn towards that state championship here at Memorial Stadium alongside Brendan Stye, Adrian Fiala. I'm the little guy, Kevin Kugler. Great to have you with us. Larry Putney's huddled somewhere in the corner of Memorial Stadium trying to keep out of this win. But it's been a dominant performance right out of the gate from this Ewing squad. They took control of this game very early.
There was concern about, Ewing's offense being scary and all the things they do as far as skill goes. We saw that. And I think the concern was justified. But St. Francis just hasn't been able to hang on the ball today, Brendan.
Yeah, the turnovers have been huge for him. Field position, obviously, giving up those big yards for him. But up front, games are won and lost with the guys up front. And Ewing has done an unbelievable job of just creating a dominating presence.
And for Humphrey St. Francis, obviously disappointment appears to be in the offing. A terrific season, a perfect year coming into play here today. But too many bobbled balls, too many drop balls, and too many short fields that they allowed Ewing.
Kevin, if this is for St. Francis. Just remember, you're one of 2 teams left here playing for the championship. You've had a great year. Go back, fix some things, get on with it, and be back next year.
4th down. Kotzer on the roll. Kotzer in trouble. Turns the corner and has the first down. Slides across that first down marker just enough to get the first. Stays in bounds, and that clock will start winding again when they move the chains.
That play probably puts him over 100 yards, I believe, based on what you said earlier.
Absolutely. Yeah. What a great presence of mind, knowing exactly where the sticks are and understanding that, hey, he can get it done by himself with his legs, staying in bounds, pretty much sealing the deal.
This coach said he was a great student. Saw it right there, using his mind. In addition, we talked at the top about being a great player and a great student. Good poise, saw it on that play.
99 rush yards. He needs one more to go 100 rushing and 100 passing. Kotzer on first down. There's that 1 yard and more. The touchdown. Wow. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. 3 rushing and 3 passing.
100 today in both categories, and the passing and the TDs, as you talk about, Kevin. He's been over 1,000 yards in both rushing and passing during the season, and he just steps up one more time, guys, and puts kind of the seal of approval on this game for the Ewing Tigers.
Well, up front, if you look at that play, Logan Shrunk and Dustin Fox with an excellent double team, creating a huge lane.
Tramer on to try the extra point. And it's blocked. 2nd block of the day. This time Chorus able to get in there and block that extra point.
I think suffice it to say the kicking is not a specialty in this game today. See the touchdown again right here. And
here comes the double team.
Good blocking. Brendan, you got it right on the nose, buddy.
And an easy 6 from there. Kotzer today with 107 yards rushing, on 18 carries, 3 rushing touchdowns. He's 10 of 11 passing, 160 yards passing, and 3 passing touchdowns. Almost perfect day.
Great stuff. Just absolutely great stuff.
Well, a very, of course, busy football weekend. If you like football, NET's not a bad place to be this weekend. Of course, this D2 championship game, then D1 tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time. We're back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, at least for some of us, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Blue Hill taking on Archbishop Bergen. The Battle of Millard on Friday night. Millard South and Millard West. Boys Town and Pierce on Saturday morning. And then Aurora, maybe a surprise entrant into this state championship, knocking off McCook. They'll take on Beatrice on Saturday night.
The surprise of the year, perhaps, with Aurora sneaking back into the ball game and beating the Bison from McCook. That's a great football team and a great program out there that Jeff Gross has put together in McCook, but Aurora able to trip them up and get to the final game. That's
Saturday
quite
night,
an achievement.
Saturday night, we'll get a chance to see a guy you and I talked about on the Big Red Wrap-Up on Tuesday night, Andrew Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Big offensive lineman, big lineman for Aurora.
Brendan will like him, 6'6" and 310, was he?
He's giant.
It's amazing how
Makes you look small, man.
Well, it's just amazing how big these linemen are now coming out of high school.
And not only that, but they can move.
Yeah, and that's
we've seen guys in the past, Brendan, you and I, and Kevin, you're too young for this, but anyway, we've seen guys in the past are big, but they're pretty loppy big.
Right, exactly.
And these guys are huge, and there's not an ounce of fat on. Well, maybe a little bit, but not much.
The philosophy now, especially coming out of high school, is if you're looking to get recruited and go to a Division I school, a lot of the scouting is done through defensive line because they're big guys, they're athletic, and they want to make these defensive linemen into offensive linemen, and you're seeing a lot more of that. But when I was playing, they were the real big guys were always, like you said, the big drinks of water, the jalopy-looking guys. It's kind of a thing of the past.
Any jalopy-looking guys you'd care to point out by name?
No, we won't name anybody.
They were good friends with the Michelin Tire Man, though.
I don't really think Zach Wiegert was that guy, despite what you say.
No.
But that's the difference. You see these big guys that are in great shape, and they train so well. The technology, all the talent level has just risen tremendously, maybe in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that position has evolved. That's for sure.
49-18, Ewing on their way to a championship as Clausen sets up the screen for Wegner. Wegner got a good block. What a hit from Trent Clausen. Man, oh man.
Oh, Philip Tramer is going to go, well, it's all worth it. We're going to be state champs, but man, the clock just got rewound on this play. Watch it.
He may not know they're state champs until this time tomorrow. What a hit he took on that block to the outside.
Here it is right here. Watch. Hello.
And up the middle. Good run by Chorus. And that puts Chorus over 100 yards rushing in the state championship game for Humphrey St. Francis.
Coming into the game, Eric Kessler, the head coach of the Flyers, really had a lot of great things to say about Matt Chorus. Hard-working individual, very humble, relentless, always fighting for the extra yards. That's the kind of guy that brought the Flyers to this game today.
He split out way to the right this time.
First down and 10. Now he'll motion towards the line. Clausen after the fake. And the catch by Trent Clausen, and another first down across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Humphrey St. Francis, though, with likely too little too late here, down 31.
But what you like to see is they're not giving up.
Right. Exactly.
You just got to keep playing and play for pride now, and you just got to every play go out there and give 110% effort.
Good work by Clausen, just dragging across the middle on the play action to the right-hand side, coming from the back end. And open, usually that guy's open somewhere. It's up to the quarterback to find him.
Clausen again.
There he's
looking back to the left. Chorus is there. Chorus to the middle of the field. Nice move by Chorus. He gets to the outside, and there's nobody in his way. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown.
Well, it's kind of a play that he kind of created himself, kind of cutting back across the field there and taking advantage of the over pursuit by the defense. Great play.
Coming into the ball game, he hadn't caught many. Matt Chorus, just 2 receptions for 40 yards. 1 was a touchdown, however. So count another one. How many receptions does he have today?
That is
Chorus's
first reception of the day.
I couldn't remember him catching a ball today, but so good work. And Brendan, you're absolutely right. just cutting back against the grain and allowing to take advantage of that over pursuit.
Now the try for two. Clausen into the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Jamison Werner. He could not pull it in. And we'll watch the touchdown again, the throw and the run by Corus.
He had a man deep to the outside, the seam open there, but he goes back to Corus, so now it's just cross country literally for Matt Corus. But he's got good speed. He can turn it up and go.
Well, we want to hear if our high school sports coverage is important to you, and we'd like you to let us know. Take a moment, send us a card, a letter, an email. Let us know your feelings about our sports broadcast. Write us at NET Sports, 1800 North 33rd Street, Lincoln, Nebraska 68503, or you can send us an email, sports@netnebraska.org. Your thoughts are important to us as we plan for the future. Take a few minutes and let us know what you think.
Well, Brock Eichelberger and his Ewing Tigers have really put together quite a complete game today, both offense and defense. And, you know, I mean, he's got to be really excited right now. I mean, these kids playing essentially with 8 guys across the board, coming out here and in dominating fashion, winning this game.
And that guy is the key cog in the works, Brett Kotzer, as the Ewing Tigers realize with 4:04 to go, they've got a real good shot here to just close the door.
Look at all that stuff on his helmet. My goodness. It's the Ewing Tigers form of Buckeyes, I guess.
Exactly.
But,
I was going to say.
There's absolutely, well, there's a little room right there to the right of the stripe. Look at that. He's got room for 2 more.
Well, you know what?
2 more spots.
Today. That's the warning. You can't put a sticker on the helmet.
He's got no more room for anything else. Maybe he gets one for every 50 yards he either rushes or throws for, because he's done that a lot.
Let's check his chin strap. Maybe a couple go on there, but
highly decorated.
Buckeyes for outstanding play.
Kotzer gives it to Fry, and Fry
he's getting close to the 100-yard mark, or 100 yards rushing mark today.
His 20th carry, about 78 yards. Larry Putney's down on the field. Larry?
Kev, this must be extremely rewarding for not only Coach Eichelberger, but the entire Ewing athletic program. If you take a look at where they were prior to 2000, really not even on the map. And since then, of course, the girls at Ewing have won 2 straight Class D2 state championships. The boys have made 7 trips to the state basketball tournament. They won it in 2006. And then last weekend, the girls win the first ever state volleyball championship. And today, the boys will take home their first ever state football title.
All right, that trophy case is going to have to be enlarged at Ewing, because they've got all these trophies on express delivery from Lincoln.
Coach Eichelberger, I'm sure, excited. Also his assistant coaches, Ed Johnson, Dan Miller, Kevin Fry, and Tom Thramer, also part of his really excellent staff that really put it together all year, and to come in here today and do what they've done is pretty amazing against a team which has just been giving up 8 points a game all season.
3rd down and 4. Ewing tries to run this one out. Speaking of running, Brett Kotzer, a punishing 6-yard run for the 1st down.
And another 3rd down conversion for Ewing. Yep, it's exactly what they've been doing all day long, is executing when they needed to execute. And of course, that guy's the main reason why they've been doing so well.
Combined between 3rd and 4th down conversions, Ewing is now 5 of 10 on 3rd or 4th down today. 50% on 3rd and 4th down keeps drives going.
That'll work in most circles.
A new set of downs here for Ewing on 1st down from the 29-yard line. And it's not much up the middle for Tramer, and I don't know that Ewing cares about getting too much right now.
No, just eat away that clock, you know, and make sure you keep that ball secure.
Well, they lost in week 8 to Elgin, 44-36, and Brock Eichelberger said, you know what, we just learned an awful lot about this team from that loss to Elgin in the 8th week of the season, readjusted things a little bit, refocused. Team's goal was just to play as perfect as they could after that. 2nd down and 9. They've certainly done that today. Carry over the right side. Just a quick hitter to Bo Fry. Close to 85 yards rushing now on 22 carries for the fullback. 90 seconds to go. Don't forget, we'll stay with you, and you can watch everybody get their medals. Chances for those championship medals and the championship awards to be handed out coming up in just a little bit. And of
Nothing.
course,
Sorry about that. Nothing in the world like the feeling of winning a championship game. I don't care if you're 6-man, 8-man, 11-man, college, high school, NFL. It is just a fantastic feeling. And the one thing that, what happens is not only do you feel great, but your community, your friends, your family, everybody gets to experience in the great joy of putting together something that's super special.
And the culmination of an awful lot of hard work, not just in the fall, but in the summer, the spring, all year round, focused on something like this.
And now the football team can go back to the volleyball players and say, hey, we got one too. So
that's the most important thing.
Well, that's very good stuff. That's excellent stuff.
Tramer bouncing to the outside, and Tramer trying to stay in bounds. Did you see the way he walked that tightrope and leaned back toward the field of play, trying to keep it in and keep that clock running?
Tramer will be back. He's just a junior. He'll be back next year to try to see if this team can encore.
4 starters back from that offense, but they're losing a big pair in Brett Kotzer and Bo Fry.
That's a huge, huge vacuum in their ball club, and hopefully they'll be able to seal that vacuum and come back again. But they have really excelled this year. All that team spirit, school spirit, good to see.
4th down and 2. Kotzer with a first down on 4th and 2. His 20th carry of the day. And Brett Kotzer, they may as well put his name on that D2 Most Outstanding Player Award right now.
2 for 2 on 4th down conversion there.
And a timeout's going to be used by Ewing to allow those seniors and the rest of the starters to get a well-deserved round of applause as they'll walk their way to the sidelines. We've likely seen the end of the playing career. Guys like Brett Kotzer, Dustin Fox, Logan Shrunk, and Bo Fry, those seniors. As you see Kotzer celebrating with Logan Shrunk, the 2 seniors are going to carry away a Ewing State Championship. Well, if you'd like to get a DVD to commemorate this D2 State Championship or any of our championships, you can log on to our website at netnebraska.org or give us a call, 1-800-868-1868, for a chance to own a piece of state high school football championship history. Get on the web or get on the phone and grab one of those DVDs today.
3 for 3 on 4th down conversions. That's big. And I think they were all done by Kotzer.
Well, you've got, and here's one of the big differences, 6 of 12 on 3rd and 4th downs for Ewing. Humphrey St. Francis is 4 of 15 on 3rd and 4th downs.
Tells a big tale right there. You keep the chains moving, give yourselves the opportunity. As we're about ready to button this one up here.
Troy Tramer in now at quarterback. The give to Colin Phelps, and Phelps to the outside. And the big senior rumbling for not much gain on the play. Tackle out there by Derek Clausen. Jamison Warner also in there on the stop.
Phelps at 225 pounds at 6'1". Trying to lumber his way upfield. Makes a yard or 2.
And time winding down. See if Ewing snaps it one more time. They don't have to. All the backups in at this point. 5 seconds remaining. Ewing is not going to snap this football. And for the first time in school history, the Ewing Tigers are state football champions.
So, the thing coming into this game, you had to, from Ewing's standpoint, you had to be able to control the ball, run the ball, have a well-balanced offense, something they've been doing all year long. They executed their game plan perfectly, came in and shut down the strengths of the Flyers, and really came out on top because of some of the mistakes that the Flyers made early on.
Eric Kessler, the head coach for Humphrey St. Francis, said their team is scary. They have great skill, great balance, and we're really concerned about how that's going to go. And his concern was valid as Ewing able to show great balance on offense and also great variety on defense to shut down the Flyers here today.
Your Ewing Tigers, the D2 state champions, back with the awards ceremony in a moment on NET Sports. NET Sports coverage of the 2008 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by U.S. Bank, measuring success through performance, pride, products, and people, backed by a 5-star guarantee. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, one less thing to worry about. By the Nebraska Office of Highway Safety, please remember that if you drink and drive, you lose. And by Time Warner Cable, supporting local high school athletics and arts education in communities we serve. Your D2 champions today, the Ewing Tigers, with the 49-24 win over Humphrey St. Francis. Alongside Adrian Fiala, Brendan Stein, Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler from Memorial Stadium. An impressive victory today for Ewing. And, of course, a great season for Humphrey St. Francis ends on the wrong note for the Flyers. Let's go over to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger, for the Class D2 awards presentation.
Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control members Jay Beller from Battle Creek, Kent Hawley from Mitchell, and U.S. Bank representative Karen Gillespie. Here are the awards for Class D2 runner-up Humphrey St. Francis. Will head coach Eric Kessler and your assistants please come to the sideline stage to present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Dylan Bender. Number 5, Blake Krings. Number 8, Derek Clausen. Number 10, Trent Clausen. Number 11, Blake Wigner. Number 13, Matt Corus. Number 20, Kyle Christensen. Number 21, Austin Wigner. Number 25, Kenny Kuhar. Number 28, Aaron Christensen. Number 30, Sven Meising. Number 36, Jordan Krings. Number 37, Dylan Babel. Number 40, Britton Tussa. Number 42, Jameson Warner. Number 54, Ethan Krings. Number 74, Evan Eicher. Number 80, Derek Pfeiffer. Number 81, Nick Krings. Number 82, Ryan Hasenstadt. Number 83, Calvin Clausen. Number 86, Zach McPhillips. Number 89, Jared Heinen. Number 92, Jeff Brockhouse. Number 93, Dylan Clausen. Number 94, John Brockhouse. Number 95, Jared Podliska. And now, here is the 2008 Class D2 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Humphrey St. Francis High School.
Not the trophy they wanted to raise at the end of this D2 state championship, but another great season for Humphrey St. Francis nonetheless. Their first trip in 10 years to the state championship game, They finish a 12-1 year. Disappointment now, but as they go along, they'll certainly look back and remember this season very fondly.
Yeah, they need to hold their head high because they're a good team. They've got a lot to be proud of, and holding that trophy up is not a bad thing.
You're right, Brendan. Again, you need to remember that only 2 teams made it this far this year in their class, and they are one, and they get the second trophy. But hey, sometimes that happens that way. But a great year for Eric Kessler and his team.
When we take a look at the final numbers of this D2 state championship game, and the numbers pretty even, really. Ewing with 372 total yards. Humphrey St. Francis 358. 6 fumbles, 2 lost today for Humphrey St. Francis. The numbers really don't tell the story of this ball game. 3rd and 4th down conversions were big plays were big, and the play of Brett Katzer was big.
And field position to go along with that. And you look at 2 lost fumbles out of 6. The deal is the other 4 just kill plays and they kill drives. And so those are significant numbers. Kevin?
Well, let's go back to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger, to introduce you to the state champions.
And now to the champions from Ewing High School. First, head coach Brock Eichelberger, we have a special award for you. And now, Coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 3, Philip Tramer. Number 8, Bo Fry. Number 10, Brett Kotzer. Number 10, Brett Kotzer. Number 11, Austin Kotzer. Number 13, Troy Tramer. Number 19, Dehan Tegeltia. Number 22, Alex Hyde. Number 24, Josiah Switzer. Number 30, Landon Harley. Number 31, Colin Phelps. Number 50, Dustin Fox. Number 66, Nick Rammel. Number 83, Mike Miller. Number 87, Zach Rammel. Number 88, Logan Shrunk. Number 89, Taylor Hobbs. Number 98, Chad Roker. And now, for these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2008 Class D2 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Ewing High School.
From Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, your D2 champions, the Ewing Tigers, a 12-1 season and a championship, the first ever in the history of Ewing High School, and a celebration that will certainly last throughout this day and many days to come for this Ewing squad. Congratulations to the D2 state champs.
Great elation on the sidelines as they pick up that first title, as you talk about, Kevin. And See them raising that trophy there in great exhilaration. They also got the old Gatorade bath going on a day like today, which is, let me tell you what, if you get a Gatorade bath today, you better make sure you got some clothes waiting because it's going to freeze up on you. But what a great achievement. That young man right there, Logan Shrunk, a terrific football game, along with all of his offensive line teammates, and what a great day it has been.
Now Larry Putney is downstairs. He's standing by with a trio of champions. Larry?
Well, first let's start with Coach Eichelberger. Coach, talk about what it must have been like for you this year with 17 guys on your roster. I mean, you barely had enough to go to scrimmage each other. You know, what's it mean to get here and win a state title?
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a lot of tough kids this year. I mean, this is a really good football team this year. We had a lot of kids that are built like football players and had the mentality as football players. And to get through a season with that little of numbers, you got to be tough because there are bumps and bruises. It's tough to come to school sometimes on Mondays when you're sore. And we've even had a couple coaches got to hold dummies out there sometimes. So it's been a complete effort by the entire team.
It's tough to defend a team in Class D2 that can both run and pass the ball. Talk about what that meant to be able to be so balanced this year.
It's just so tough as a defense. We've done a little thing where we spread some people out this year and we do a little bit of motion, but it's very tough when you got the talent that we got on the corners and on the edges, and you got a quarterback that you feel like is another leader and another coach on the field. I know Brett's got free reign to audible at any time and make decisions from what he sees out there, and he's just done an excellent job these last 3 games of running this offense.
What are these two guys to my right, Brett Kotzer and Austin Kotzer, meant to this team?
I tell you what, these guys will never be forgotten. I know we get Austin back next year. Brett, I've had him ever since he's been a 6th grader at student manager, and I know I just told him that when I hugged him up there that we knew that he was going to be something really special when he grew up.
Thanks, Coach. Brett, absolutely fantastic game. What did it mean to come out, start of the second half? You led the entire first half. They responded a little bit in that second quarter, and you marched down the field into the wind to open up the second half.
We've talked about quick starts in the game, and we've done that, but then we've always had trouble coming back in the second half and getting our starts going. And, today that helped out. That helped our pride and got the momentum going for us.
How many times did you look out and kind of give the nod to Austin here that you're coming his way today?
I don't know how many times, but I know I did it enough because, he's a heck of a player.
Congratulations, Austin. Talk about how nice it is to be able to have him look out there and you just know what's coming.
Oh, he just gives us a single. We got different singles for like a spot or something. I mean, the kid, he knows the game of football. He knows sports, and he knows what he's doing.
All week, the girls have been holding up those medals in front of you all week, kind of waving them around saying, look what we got. What's it mean to have your own?
Oh, great. I mean, Ewing never played here, never won. I mean, congratulations to the girls. I mean, that's great. Both win it, and now it's time for basketball.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
Well, then, that's the sign of a championship program. You're about 4 minutes away from winning a state championship, 4 minutes past it in football, and you're already thinking, well, now it's time for basketball. How do we get back into that basketball mix once again? That is the sign of a program that truly has arrived in Nebraska State High School athletics. Ewing High School, the place to be right now in D2.
Guys, I just love the pure spirit of high school football, and we've seen it here today in Game 1. We'll see it all the way through the finals, but just the pure spirit that these guys have, and that's why I love doing high school football.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun for me today, you guys, and the one thing that you got to look at with Ewing and their game attack coming into the game, these coaches got these guys prepared, and it all starts with these coaches. They've been together 7 years. Brock Eichelberger and his guys, getting these guys ready to come in. One of their main goals in here today was to shut down that powerful running game that the Flyers had, and they did just that. Well-deserved victory. Hard-working bunch of kids, and it's exciting to be a part of their first championship.
Well, Brendan, it's been fun working with you in this ball game. You're back with us on Saturday morning, so you're not done yet.
Not yet, no.
Enjoy a day off. We'll see you back here on Saturday.
Thanks for having me,
Brendan,
guys.
good to see you. Come on back.
Aid, you and I will be back here tonight for the Class D1 state championship. Matt Davison will be joining us in the booth for that one as Howells takes on Axtell. Howells a regular in these D1 championships, and we're right back here at 7 o'clock Central Time for that one.
It'll be. Will Larry be with us tonight?
Larry will be here as well, unless he's completely frozen down there on the
sidelines, so he can go ahead and go to the frozen north. But anyway, it's been great fun, Brendan. Great job today, and looking forward to Saturday. But yeah, Howells tonight, Mike Spear. Spears. We know Mike Spears well, and we're looking forward to this evening.
Now, once again, our final score, the D2 state champions, the Ewing Tigers, with a 49-24 win over Humphrey St. Francis. Be sure you're with us tonight at 7 o'clock Central for the D1 championship as Axtell takes on Howells. And now for Adrian Fiala, Brendan Stye, Larry Putney, and our entire NET Sports production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Goodbye from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln.